Ryan O'Reilly jersey.
What?
Traeger grill. Yeah, I read the promo for the 101 ESPN app madness, and I'm going, oh.
This is why we lose. Badly. What are we giving away? You can have lunch with us or something?
Yeah, I didn't know.
Tom's face insists the Christine Brennan thing was the whole episode, and he's banty.
Oh, it wasn't.
I talked. I don't think I brought her up.
I bet you don't know who she is.
How big a factor is she in the lives of St. Louisans?
Well, we were talking about LIV Golf. I talked about her bringing up, I thought it was unfair, her bringing up the 9/11 families to Mickelson, like he doesn't care about them. And then she did it all for her own publicity, because every tweet you saw was, Christine Brennan asked the question, Christine Brennan asked the question. She's retweeting every time her name is mentioned. I said, you're doing it for your own publicity. And
self-aggrandizement.
The question wasn't fair. And then I just brought up that there's 23 sponsors on the PGA Tour that deal with Saudi Arabia and bring in $43 billion a year. Do you ever talk about that? No, they don't want to bring those things up. So that's what we got into. Okay. And then how maybe the PGA Tour is going to have to change, and they just did. They have 8 tournaments next year, top 50, no cuts. So it wasn't about Christine Brennan, it was about LIV Golf.
So they're just going to bring in 50 golfers?
Top 50 in the FedEx
So that's
Cup.
what, another 100 that can't try to make it?
Well, I think, I think they have opposite field events for people that aren't in the top 50, I believe.
Yeah, I'm going to say, like, if you want to keep the young, amateur, up-and-comer stars, how you do it is you eliminate them from the $25 million prize pool for the 3 events.
Right.
I do not understand that whatsoever. It'll be good to watch. I just don't know if that's going to, help your young and coming stars not leave the PGA when they're, basically excused from the biggest payouts.
Yeah. There'll be some who can't get it done in the early years and maybe give up.
Yeah.
Well, I did say yesterday, I said this will be the least downloaded podcast we do, because we talk golf.
We got Tom's face.
Yeah, you got Tom's face listening.
That's a topic you want to deal with. Yeah, be happy with everyone. We're doing them every day. There's going to be some you don't want to listen to.
Ryan Kelly, the home loan expert, is here again today. Ryan, rates continue to be up, but still a good time to buy a house?
Absolutely. I got to tell you, we have this old saying at the office, marry the house, date the rate. Hear me out. Let's think about a house that was maybe $400,000 for sale. A year ago, with multiple offers, that house might have cost you $450,000 or even $500,000 to get it done. But now you could probably get that for below list, maybe even $350,000. So you can get the house at a big discount as opposed to what it might have cost you last year. And yes, rates are a little bit higher, but at thehomeloanexpert.com, we will refinance your loan with no fees when rates come down. So again, you marry the house, you fall in love with the house, but you date the rate, knowing that, you're probably going to refi it and get that rate down to keep that payment nice and low. These are the reasons why you need to be working with the expert. If you're even considering buying a home, don't wait. Don't let those higher rates scare you. Work with the experts. Got questions? Ready to get pre-approved? Apply online today at thehomeloanexpert.com.
This is Doug Biggs from the Longo Biggs Injury Law Firm, and I want to talk to you about what happens when you get in a car accident. Hopefully most of you never will be, but if you are, the first few days after an accident can be critical. Unfortunately, from the moment your case begins, the insurance company is going to be working against you, trying to minimize their payout. You're probably going to get a call from an adjuster who seems nice, who seems worried about your well-being, but what they're actually trying to do is get a statement from you to use against you later. Insurance companies have specialized systems and thousands of workers who follow a playbook to pay you as little money as possible. At Longo Biggs Injury Law, we know the playbook and we can fight back. If you or a loved one is injured in an accident, visit our website or Google Longo Biggs Injury Law.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisement. When we think of a real estate agent, we think of somebody simply selling our home or finding us a new one. I mean, they're all the same, right?
Okay, here's the comps. We'll take some pics, we'll post them, and I'll get back to you, okay?
A home is life-changing, and your real estate agent should reflect that. Honesty, integrity, and someone who will go above and beyond to make your dreams come true.
The Jeff Lotman Group with Compass Realty. We're different because you're different. We want what you want. Experience the difference today at jefflotman.com, bringing people and properties together.
Engineer Design Facilities is moving forward as the EDF Group, the most experienced data center and critical facilities service provider in the St. Louis market. Check out the newly revamped website, theedfgroup.com, and take a look at each of the 3 divisions they have to offer. EDF Group is your one throat to choke for all your critical facilities, data center, commercial fire alarm, and electrical and IT infrastructure needs. To contact the EDF Group, email fire@theedfgroup.com. Experience the EDF Group difference and learn more at theedfgroup.com.
Men, are you suffering from erectile dysfunction or PE? The medical providers at Paramount Men's Medical Center offer breakthrough treatments that eliminate problems in the bedroom without pain or surgery. 98% of men see instant results on their first office visit. Listen to a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Paramount Men's Medical Center offers breakthrough medical treatments that eliminate ED and PE. Men are even lasting 90 minutes or longer, regardless of age or medical history.
But that's not all. For a limited time only, call Paramount Men's Medical Center now and your initial consultation and first treatment are completely free. You'll see instant results right in the office. You'll even get a gift that enhances your performance in the bedroom. All this, worth hundreds of dollars, is free if you call now. 314-720-8210. 314-720-8210. That's 314-720-8210.
Live from the Michelob Ultra Studios, KPN-TFM HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis. This is TMA All Day. Urban Dictionary defines thirsty as purposely, knowingly, and recklessly attempting to gain fame to boost self-esteem. So, are you thirsty? Well, TMA has you covered. Become a part of the 2023 TMA Listener of the Month Club. You nominate yourself for a monthly award. And if you win, you get recognition and stuff to help you satisfy that insatiable thirst. We're talking January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, etc. Go to TMASTL.com or the TMA app. Give us your name, a photo, and other pertinent information. Tell us why you deserve to be TMA Listener of the Month. And if you don't want to use your real name or photo, we don't really care. The TMA Listener of the Month. Get recognized just for being you, or fake you, or whatever. Quenched by Milagro Tequila. Welcome to the brighter side of tequila with Milagro in the morning after on KPNT HD2. Rise and shine, St. Louis. It's the Ryan Kelly Morning After on KPN-TFM HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis. At the Morning After STL on YouTube and on TMASTL.com with Tim McKernan, Doug Vaughn, Iggy Strode, The Plowboy, and Action Jackson.
7:07 in St. Louis. You're listening to the Ryan Kelly Morning After. Welcome to the Michelob Ultra Studios. It's the Munganess St. Louis Acura Alton Toyota 7 o'clock hour. Come on in. The water is warm, really warm today, and you can text in to experience the warmth rush over your chests. 314-881-TMA5, EDF Group text inbox, and you can call in 636-9004-TMA. And, of course, email in for our Design, Air, Heating, and Cooling email of the day, the morning after at InsideSTL.com. And, Doug, we have a new spot. We have a couple of new sponsors today.
Who do we have?
A couple new sponsors today. And this is going to make people very happy, Peter.
What?
Iggy Strodecast is now sponsored. It's a sponsored item.
Fabulous.
It's about time. I mean,
Well, don't be grumpy about it now.
Well, I mean,
Good news. Don't take the negative
there's
side.
nobody in this city that nails this more than I do. I don't know why people go to apps or your channel or 2 Fox, 4 Fox, 5 Fox when they're wrong half the time, and I've never been wrong.
You've never been wrong on
Never
a forecast.
once.
So people should come here for their weather.
I agree with that. And Paramount Men's Medical Center is the one who figured it out. To eliminate problems in the bedroom, call 314-720-8210. Doug, 314-720-8210 for a free initial consultation, free first treatment, and free gift. It's brought to you by Paramount Men's Medical Center. Got ED or PE? Enhance your performance in the bedroom and see instant results on your first office visit. Call 314-720-8210. Iggy Strodecast is now sponsored, Doug, and it's sponsored by Paramount Men's Medical Center, and it's free, too. 314-720-8210. How about that?
Great. That's
And
fantastic.
the good thing is this. Am I doing it every day? If I am, I only got to do the weather of the day. I don't have to give you a 10-day forecast.
Well, we don't want this to be a big inconvenience for you.
No, I'm just
come
trying.
up with a little forecast.
I'm letting people
When you
know.
say come up with, it makes it sound like he's ad-libbing.
Well, yeah, he is.
Do you see anything in front of me? Do you see my phone in front of me? Look.
That's why I say you're ad-libbing. Yes.
Lend itself to the ad-lib theory.
It's not an ad-lib. I check my Doppler every morning. But I don't have to look at an app. But if you want to do something today, get out. You want to go to a picnic?
Yeah.
That's what I would do.
St. Gabriel School picnic should have been 48 hours ago. But it wasn't, alas. So what do we have for this week's weather?
This week is kind of spotty as far as showers, but the temperatures are slowly going to rise. Today is just a beautiful day. Like I said, you want to go fishing, you want to picnic, you just want to sit at the pool. It's going to be in the mid-70s, may get up to 77, but it's going to be sunny. Far cry from yesterday. Yesterday was a little chilly.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah, it was.
Rainy and legitimately cold.
Today looks
cold for June.
Picture perfect, though.
Chamber of Commerce, Jennings Randolph Jr.
Yeah, but today is going to be perfect. And the rest of the week, as we get into the week, Wednesday, partly cloudy for our baseball game.
TMA Day at the Ballpark. Tickets available at tmastl.com. $30 tickets, Doug, to see the Cardinals and Giants rehash the 1987 NLCS.
Yeah. A lot of bitterness still left over.
Might be the last day we get to see Ali Marmol in a Cardinal uniform.
Oh, wow.
I think.
Well, if they lose 3 to San Francisco, see you later.
Is that part of the Stroudcast?
Oh, they're not firing him.
No, what we're going to look forward to, but as far as sitting at the game, mid-80s. It's going to be a nice day, and then almost 90 toward the end of the week, and it is June, so it should be that. Yesterday in the 60s, it was kind of stupid, but yeah, this week...
Paramount Men's Center said, we want to find out if the forecast is stupid. Yesterday was stupid.
It was just stupid for June. I mean, you get up in the morning, it was actually 70, and as you sit there, it just dropped all day. But this week, it's going to get warmer, and we'll be in the 90s by the weekend. But a few spot showers, but it's going to be a nice week.
Is there a lot of science involved in the Stroudcast?
I just read my Doppler. I don't get out there with a telescope and look at the sky and see what the wind's doing and see what the clouds are
Look at
doing.
the sky? That's how they predict the weather?
Well, you can tell which way the sky, I mean, the clouds are going that way. I know which way the wind's out of.
Okay. So, yes, there's quite a bit of science.
So
Quite a bit.
Yeah, that's a nice forecast. It may change tomorrow. I mean, if we're doing this every day, it could change. I don't want to be a broken record.
Just want the facts.
That's all we're providing here, so get involved. Your thoughts, 314-881-TMA5. Or you can call in 636-9004.
I'll know what the sponsor wants. If the sponsor texts me and says, make it rain tomorrow, I'll just say, it's raining today.
No. If I want to go into meteorology myself, I'd like to know the first thing you do is you get out a telescope and you look at the sky. And that's all there is to it.
For the wind.
Yeah.
Well, I got to check where the wind is.
Okay.
You know, if you see
Can you see that in a telescope?
Yes, you can.
Yeah, if you can see the clouds.
Aimed up at the sky,
see
you
the
can see
clouds
which way
going
the
to the
wind's
west.
blowing?
You know, if a couple stars move, it's a big wind.
Good thing I didn't go into that field because I don't get it.
Hey, Tim, I just tried to buy tickets to TMA Day at the ballpark, and it said no tickets are available. That's from Sally Land.
Is it a sellout?
I do not know on that. I believe it goes through the Cardinals. So I will screenshot this and send this to Jesse Kiowski.
I think we should be throwing out the first pitch.
You or
all of us? I think all 5 of us. And then
I'm good on that.
5 guys that never play.
I'll be up.
We'll catch.
Well, that's okay, right? You don't really care who catches the ball, do you?
No, but you never have a good player. I mean, if you get to throw a ball out and that guy signs it, you get to throw a ball out, you're excited, and Palante comes out and catches the ball.
Well, the whole thing is you're excited to be able to, you're honored, and they're honoring you to allow you to throw out the first pitch.
Oh, the only one I want to have catch for me is Jordan Walker. The only one with any kind of value to it.
Oh, for heaven's sakes. It almost feels like we're looking for the negative in everything.
Would you go to the top of the mound or would you go to the bottom?
Right to the top.
Would you? Wouldn't you be afraid you wouldn't be able to get it there?
I can throw a baseball 60 feet.
I thought I could throw it 65 miles an hour, and I got to 51.
Well, yeah, I'm not saying I can throw it hard anymore, but I can throw a ball that far. Can't you? You can throw a ball 60 feet.
Oh, I'm sure I could, but you get a little nervous out there, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I mean, we all played ball. We were all athletes.
I didn't play baseball.
I was cut from everything.
Not at all. Not Little League. Nothing.
I mean, I did, but in terms of I was out there, I wouldn't say I was a denim jean dandelion picker, but
guy in right field.
I was the tier like right above that.
Oh,
yeah.
But you can throw a baseball, right?
Of course I can.
It's amazing to me how many people get out there and looks like they've never thrown a ball of any kind their entire life.
I think I've thrown a baseball.
How do you get through life as a male in this country and can't throw a ball?
Yeah, guys, I mean, girls, I understand it. I mean, they may play softball underhanded to throw a baseball, but you have somebody like Baba Booey that looked like a 4-year-old girl throwing a ball. I mean, that's just embarrassing.
Yeah. Yeah. You'd think you'd say no if you couldn't throw at all. You say, I appreciate the offer, but I don't want to embarrass
What about
myself.
the one that happened last week? I forgot where it was, but he tried to throw, and it kind of looked like an athletic young male, and he tripped while throwing it, and then just decided to just try the throw anyways while going to the ground and just went like a foot.
Gosh.
That's just nerves.
Considered one of the worst first pitches ever.
Like the golf playoff yesterday, just nervousness all over the place.
Doug, do you sense nervousness between Tommy Fleet and Nick Taylor?
I didn't watch any of it.
Ooh, wow. It actually was legitimately good.
I did see the replay of the putt the guy made.
Unreal.
You want to hear the call?
Yes.
Jim Nance had this in his pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah,
God
this
Bless
one
America
was
or
kind of
something.
actually
God bless
embarrassing.
America.
Said something.
Yeah, this was embarrassing.
Patriotic.
Leaf flag.
Good pace. Are you serious? Oh my goodness! Glorious and free.
That's terrible.
Put that off.
Glorious and free.
We're storming the 18th green now. They just tackled Adam Hadwin, by the way, who was trying to approach his friend.
We got hit by a big guy.
Security did, not knowing that's exactly who it was. But Canada has a conquering hero.
Oh, come on.
I like that
Hero.
the pause and then Adam Hadwin just got tackled by security. You don't hear that too
I mean, there are hundreds of people rushing out there and just happen to pick a guy who's actually on tour.
He was spraying champagne on them.
Well, there weren't hundreds of people running out there. Did you watch it?
Yeah, and they started stopping him. But did you see all the people start running toward the green?
Well, I mean, it was the group of Canadian golfers and like his.
But the fans started trying to get up there too.
Oh, I didn't see fans were literally running on the green.
Yeah, did you see all the people?
I saw people running around like the course, but not on the green.
Well, I didn't think Hadwin got to the green. I thought he
Well,
started.
he did. Oh, that's where he got laid out. Great form tackle too.
Yeah. But he was spraying him with champagne, right?
He was on his chest.
I don't know the chest.
He kept spraying even as he was going for the as he was
You
getting
have to.
taken down. He was still spraying.
Well, those people always run there. I'm surprised they haven't tackled a wife.
Well, see, I follow Adam Hadwin's wife, who's great on Twitter, by the way. And she was loving every second of it, and that was a good follow.
That because I told you to on Friday.
I actually did. I looked it up, and I was already following her, and I guess I didn't know that at the time.
Yeah, they get banty back and forth with each other. It's funny.
Oh, it is good. Yeah, that was hilarious. The spraying of it as he's getting tackled, he's still trying to finish the bottle out.
Is that a bit of an overreaction on the part of the security guy?
I don't think so at all.
Well, you've seen that before, right? In sporting events, somebody wins and they spray champagne. They don't start tackling everybody.
That bottle is a weapon.
Oh.
Potential. I mean, I'm just saying.
Well, it was a Canadian Mountie.
That dude had great form, too. Like, that was a legit tackle.
Well, I wonder if they'd had some threat called in or something, that they were on high alert, because you see a lot of craziness right there at the end of a golf tournament, but nobody ever gets laid out. Well, good point, Doug. Okay, we'll move on.
No, I'm with you.
Here's some honesty, Doug. I got no sleep, and I'm totally out of it, and I have no choice but to try to grind through it. But I am a weak participant.
Why
in
no
today's show.
sleep?
Sometimes it just happens. Sometimes the last couple of days I got great sleep, but last night I think I was up, and I don't even know, too.
I had like that yesterday. I couldn't find a hotel in Chicago less than $200 a night.
Oh, yeah, that's...
I mean, I could have stayed in a youth hostel for $80, but...
So why don't you do that?
That's
Tell
even
some good
expensive.
stories. So you're not going to the concert?
No, it was Saturday. I went, but then I just drove home after the concert.
Oh, this is Rush?
Stopped 3 or 4 times, but just stopped, got a cup of coffee, stopped, just kind of got out of the car and stretched my legs and didn't want to fall asleep.
Did you go with somebody? Or was this a solo mission?
No, I couldn't find anybody to go, so I did see somebody on one of the Cure fan pages.
No.
And I wasn't looking for a date or wasn't looking if they were attractive. I was just looking for somebody that wanted to go and couldn't find a ticket. So there was this girl said, anybody have a ticket? I'm on StubHub, $800, $600. I don't have a lot of money. I just want to go for a good price and see my favorite band. And so I just reached out. I said, look, I'll sell you what it cost me, $100.
Yeah, what'd she say?
She was ecstatic. You 100? I said, yeah, just, we'll meet somewhere. Here's my number. I'll text you when I get to the venue and you can meet me.
Well, yeah.
So I just took her.
So she met you in Chicago?
Well, she was from Chicago.
Oh. Well, so it kind of was a blind date in a way.
Yeah, it was just somebody I didn't know.
How was she?
I didn't really talk to her.
Nice gal?
Yeah, she was fine.
All right.
She was like 50.
Driving there and back in one day, that's actually pretty impressive.
Yeah, I was a little apprehensive after the show to drive home, but
What time did it end?
like 11.
Oh God, that's actually
a 5-hour drive.
That's
after
legit, dude. Like that's a grind.
I really wasn't tired. You kind of hopped up after the concert. You kind of.
You're hopped up for a couple of hours, and then you get in the middle of the
Well, that's why I stopped.
cornfield. Now you're not hopped up
So
anymore.
I stopped, found a gas station, got a cup of coffee, kind of stretched my legs, opened the window, just.
I mean, if you find a love station, that's a honey hole. Though there's huge bright lights, so like you're not going to get robbed. There's plenty of snacks, plenty of room to walk around.
Not going to get robbed. That's what we have to worry about now.
I just in general.
Can I go to a gas station and not get robbed? How sad is that? That's even a factor.
That's a big day for Iggy, though. I did the Six Flags and then the Jeffco Rodeo on Saturday.
Oh,
I thought I had a big day.
Jeffco Rodeo.
Oh, wait.
I bet that wasn't Hoosier.
It's one of the best places to ever go.
People
and just
watching good?
People watching is fantastic.
Smell?
Well, they're just overpowered by the manure and the horse smell.
Oh.
But yeah, it was. This is our second year going. It was phenomenal.
Where is it, Jeff?
Oh my gosh.
Jeffco?
Is it right off 55? Because I see what looks like a rodeo track there somewhere. I don't know if that's by Turculanium or
I'm
Imperial.
terrible. I should know where it was at.
I didn't mean to stump
and
you.
I drove too. That's the worst part.
Okay.
Well,
So you
what
had
were we going to do? Take a
yourself
plane?
time.
But there were people from like Oklahoma. Apparently, it's a big deal. Hillsboro, sorry. Hillsboro, Missouri.
And you drove? How else would you get there if you didn't drive?
Well, man, I went the one that actually was driving, so I should know. I should have known where it
you
was
were, yeah.
because I did the 50-minute drive.
You were just so excited about the barrel racing that you couldn't remember, probably.
It's fantastic. That place is packed.
Oh, we both
Probably
had good
2,000
weekends.
people at least.
Really?
At least.
Well,
Best concert I've ever been to.
it was the best? Why?
Yeah, it overtook Straub's and Renaissance. Well, it's just I love The Cure, and they played like 30 songs for 3 hours and played some songs I hadn't heard in a long time.
Did you sing along?
No, but a lot of people did, and I don't like that.
Did you stand up and dance?
No. Didn't dance, but stood up most of the show.
Did you?
Good seats.
So it was worth it.
Oh, yeah. It was a bucket list concert for me.
Will you keep in touch with this gal that you met?
No.
Oh.
I was just doing a good thing. I mean, I probably could have sold the thing for $400 or $500, but
Well, maybe you should have.
no, Robert Smith didn't screw people out of ticket prices, so I just played it forward and I charged her what I paid.
What time did you get up to Chicago?
About 2.
Hung out?
Yeah, I had $28 burger, Queenies, and
$28 hamburger?
good burger though.
Damn. That's a
That's like
damn
a steak, isn't it? That's a steak should cost you $28.
Yeah. What a cheap place. That was fine.
Business trip and
So I
then
just hung
turned
out.
right back.
all business.
People watched.
That driving late at night, though, that would tire. That would
Yeah, and I don't like
get
driving
me.
at night anyway, but
See, I actually prefer it, but it all depends on how long you've been up. See, we like to start our long ventures in the evening, but also you sleep that day to get prepared for leaving at 10, 11 p.m. When you've been up and already making that drive in the afternoon and doing that same thing in the evening, that's a tough battle.
yeah, but after seeing a good concert, you're still kind of high from the concert. Not high, but
Nice.
feeling good. Great show, 3 hours, great music, and
Maybe you should have sold the ticket for $300, taken the $200 profit and bought the hotel room, just for your own safety.
I'm not going to screw people.
That wouldn't be screwing anybody.
I mean, I was on StubHub trying to see, should I sell this ticket or, I mean, my section was like $550 a piece.
So you wouldn't have been screwing anybody if you charged them $300?
No, the ticket cost $100. You're screwing somebody if you charge for more than it is.
Oh.
So I didn't want to do that. So I have no friends that like music, I guess. I cannot find friends to go to any concerts.
Well, that was a tough trip. That
I've got-
wasn't just
no,
let's
not
go
just
to the
Chicago.
Hollywood casino
Anytime.
and be back.
2 tickets to Point Fest. You might want to go? No. Tickets to Bush. You might want to go? No.
Well, what's going on?
How about this?
Should have called Klein.
This concert?
You didn't have to pay to see this,
Yeah,
right?
Klein would have gone. You could have slathered him in gravy.
I had somebody right behind me that sang every song, and when she was awful too. And when Boys Don't Cry, which was their second to last song. Boys don't cry. No, please shut up. Let him sing. Let me listen.
Yeah, that would be annoying. It almost as annoying as going to a baseball game and the guy behind you is doing the play-by-play.
Ball 3. I was outside.
I like sitting next to the people that have their own scorebook.
No,
Have
that
you ever
doesn't
seen that?
bother me. Yeah,
No, it doesn't bother me. I'm fascinated by why people would do that.
I used to
It's-
keep score all the time.
I did too. At home, when the games were on the radio, as I was a kid. I was a kid. I wasn't an adult doing
I was going to say, these are typically adults.
it. Yeah, who just never got over that.
Yeah.
It used to be a big thing. Buying a scorecard when you walked in the stadium was kind of the natural thing
yeah.
to do. I don't know that they even have them anymore. At least it told you, who was what number and everything. You got the roster, and lots of people kept score.
I think that's funny.
Now nobody. You got to be 80 years old to see somebody keeping score.
Well, back then, you knew what the lineup was going to be. It didn't change every day. They just printed that thing the night before.
Yeah, not like it does today.
Yeah, you can't have Gorman in there.
No, you wouldn't want him. He's on a pace to hit about 40 home runs, so let's put him on the bench as often as possible.
Well, those are our weekends.
Text in the EDF Group and text inbox. Engineer Design Facilities is moving forward as the EDF Group, the most experienced data center and critical facilities service provider in the St. Louis market. Check out the newly revamped website, theedfgroup.com, and take a look at each of the 3 divisions they have to offer. EDF Group is your one throat to choke for all your critical facilities, data center, commercial, fire alarm, and electrical and IT infrastructure needs. To contact the EDF Group, email fire@theedfgroup.com. Experience the EDF Group difference and learn more at the edfgroup.com. EDF Group, sponsor of our text inbox. Michelob Ultra, sponsor of the studios here on the radio program, and also the sponsor of the J. Randolph Jr. Fan Page Club Championship. Michelob Ultra, 95 calories, 2.6 grams of carbohydrates. James Carlton of the Carlton State Farm Insurance Agency is online at carltoninsurance.net, 314-961-4800. Go online at carltoninsurance.net for home, for life, for auto. It's James Carlton of the Carlton State Farm Insurance Agency in Webster Groves, 314-961-4800, or go online at carltoninsurance.net. James Carlton is my insurance agent. He is the Plowhawks insurance agent, and we would love for him to become your insurance agent as well. His staff is second to none, and they make sure they are on top of things, either texting you or you can text them and get your answers quick, fast, and in a hurry. It's the best. It's James Carlton, 314-961-4800. Go online at carltoninsurance.net. If your insurance costs a leg and an arm, call James Carlton, State Farm. Jackson, do we have some promos on the TMA app? Is that what we got going on?
I believe one just ended, but give me one moment here. Sorry, just getting everything settled in here.
Well, Jackson's looking for that. You know what I found yesterday?
Thank you.
And we all got one. I don't know if you still have yours, Tim. I would guess not.
What?
I think it was some guys, they're part of a police department. I don't know what area they're in. But they made us all Team 30 TMA bats. We were at 1380, Team 1380, and had our name on it.
Yeah, I
remember
that. Yeah, way
I forgot
back
I was in
when.
the back of my closet. I forgot I had that.
I do remember that.
Yeah.
That was
Well, I'm just killing time while
Yeah.
Jackson's
But
looking.
it was
I don't
a nice
believe we
little
have anything.
I'll give my bat away to TMA and Listener of the Month. I get my bat.
You'll give it away? Signed?
Yeah, I'll sign it.
You will?
Wow. That's that value, right?
I mean, I must love it. It was sitting in the back of my closet. I didn't even know I had it.
Well, you hate to just throw something away like
I'm
that.
not throwing it away. I
Somebody
said I would give it to somebody.
What do you think the value on that is?
Well, if I'm signing it, a couple hundred.
Oh,
Added value.
couple $100 if you sign it.
Well, I'm not selling it for that. You asked what the value was.
Maybe that's a Megan Meyer Foundation.
Yeah, that's a good play. Good idea, Doug.
That's kind of embarrassing. I'm putting my own bat like I'm important up there. All right, next up, my bat. I'll sign it. Who wants it?
I don't mind it.
I think it would do numbers.
Hey, Jackson, I was thinking about this. Did you say on 101 on Friday that if the Cardinals lost 2 of 3 to the Reds, you thought that Ali Marmol would get fired?
I kind of said in the way they would lose. Like if they won Friday and then like the Reds came from behind on Saturday to win, and then they won big on Sunday or vice versa, that I could see a big shakeup come Monday. Certainly if they got swept, I was 100% in on them getting rid of them.
Yeah, well, we got that sympathy win from the Reds, so I'm glad that saved Marvel's job. How is that saving anyone's job? I hate...
Hey.
We fired manager for less. We've done it in the past. I just don't know what Marmol brings to the table that's different than a Matheny or a Schill. That makes no sense.
Maybe he does what he's told.
Maybe even Mozeliak's afraid to fire the guy. I don't know. Everybody else in the clubhouse seems to be terrified of him, so... Could just be a personality trait.
They don't have the worst record in the National League anymore.
An attitude.
Yeah, and Colorado both.
Colorado has a .403 winning percentage. Natitude has a .406. Cardinals .409.
Right.
And they're plus 600 to win the National League Central Division. The Reds are only 4 games back, but they have the longest odds to win the National League Central. The Brewers are still the favorite. The Pirates, even though they're in first place, are plus 350 to win the
Cardinals
National League
Vaughn
Central.
index rating currently stands at -8.
That's how many games back they are.
Oh, is it? That's how accurate this index is. Because I didn't even look at that. -8 is the Vaughn index rating, which is not good.
I'd like to celebrate the Oakland A's, who have won 5 straight. I mean,
are they really?
Absolutely phenomenal. They were 12-50. What kind of payoff could you have gotten on petting them to get 5 straight wins?
They
And now they're
swept the Brewers?
17-50. Yeah, the Brewers have lost 4 in a row. The Royals now will have a battle with the A's. The Royals are at 18-47. Unique thing, I was watching Buster Olney talking about this yesterday. They're not a team that's in tank mode, and they're 18-47.
Oakland's Vaughn index is a -25.5.
What about their run differential? Does that factor into the...
It absolutely does, yeah.
Because it's -194.
Yeah. That's not that good.
Cardinals somehow only have a -1 run differential. But it speaks to the fact that they are 7-14 in 1-run games.
They're not good at home either.
They're not good.
Yeah, but you think even if you suck, you'd be good at home. They're not even good at home.
Oh, no, we're just still loading them in, $3 million at a time, putting them in the...
What else have we got to do here? This is our ball club.
Put them in the feeding
Go to the
troughs.
Doggies. Doggies had a great crowd yesterday, even though it was raining.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a call from a friend of the program, Joey Zanabona. What do we have here?
Is the goal on the volley? So
Did they win?
Tie.
Draw.
1-1 tie.
Don't say tie,
It's a
Jackson.
push.
Do you know anything at all about the beautiful game?
Sorry, 1-1 draw.
City. Cross. Nico Giacchini! An incredible volley! City leads!
What was that?
The new thing.
I would just like him to say at one point, goal.
Goal is said 17 seconds.
Baby! Nico Giacchini! Kicking like a karate instructor, side hustling as a horse mascot.
What?
1-0, 69th minute here at City Park.
Yeah, do we have to call the goal that tied it?
He's kicking like a karate instructor in a side hustle as a horse mascot?
I didn't get that one, to be honest with you.
Let's hear it again. Maybe we'll understand it the second time.
It's a minute and a half after the goal, but
Yeah, you want to hear the whole one?
Well, you could scoot it up a little bit, maybe.
Kicking like a karate instructor, side hustling as a horse mascot.
it's a horse
1-0,
mascot.
69th minute here at City Park.
See, kicking like a karate instructor.
With
now
the
we're
side-
talking. But
with
the
the
side
side-
hustle of a horse mascot? I guess
Well, that's
horses
what-
also kick?
No, that's what the karate instructor is doing. His side hustle is as a horse mascot.
They have a girl in the booth now? Who's the girl in the booth?
What girl?
There's no girl. That was him.
Second corner of the night, opposite side, a beauty, a laser. Oh, baby! Our city, our spirit, our first. It's Tim Parker. It's 1-0 City.
I like it. I like that sort of broadcasting.
The best soccer city in America.
Really?
It was said, so it has to be true.
It was pumped yesterday for a Sunday.
In rainy conditions.
Yeah.
People love that team, that's for sure.
They love that atmosphere. I think that's what it gets down to. It's such a more... It depends on what you're looking for, of course. But it's something else, man, as far as that atmosphere goes.
And they don't have giveaways.
They don't need to.
I'm surprised.
That's what I'm saying. Cardinals probably sold out yesterday, but they're giving away a Wainwright London bobblehead, so I'm sure they had 40,000.
A hell of a lot more games.
What's nice about this team is there's no condescending remarks post game. There's no ascots, and there's none of that pretentious know-it-all style of management. And I'm very appreciative. It's much more laid back, I would say, as opposed to grilling and killing every fan and player that doesn't know anything about the game. And
It's
obviously
also a
we're too
first-place
dumb.
team as opposed to a last-place team.
Oh, I trust me, I've been annoyed with Mosaic in the comments when they were first-place team, too. Trust me.
Todd Reesing, Plowhawk says, didn't you say on Friday Marmol was not going to be fired this year?
I came to that conclusion, yes.
Okay.
Doesn't mean I don't think he should be. I'm just saying if I was a betting man, I don't see it. I don't see Mosaic doing it. I don't see the Cardinals going through 4 managers. They should. They shouldn't have fired Schill, and I think, looking back, probably the root of all evil, because you pick a yes man who just clearly doesn't have it.
Although I believe Mosaic said over the weekend that we have to figure something out.
No, we just got to be we got to be patient.
That was his quote. We got to figure something out. Okay. Well, why don't you get at that?
If you're him, what do you say at this point?
I'm sorry, I messed up. I'm sorry about the Mats contract. I gave away money to terrible players, and I'm going to resign. I would love to hear that. If that was the comment and statement, I would actually have a little respect.
During his tenure, only the Dodgers and Yankees have won more games than the Cardinals.
Sweet.
He's never had a losing record, not one.
Now, do NLCS games won the last 10 years. I hate that we can go back to 2012. Jesus. I mean, that was 11 years ago. I mean, every cool little window of success there, kind of waiting for that, run in this,
I'm just saying,
I don't get it.
Just to play devil's advocate, he's had a remarkable run of success. He's had this one stinking season that's just been horrible. Everything else has been pretty darn good.
This is Michael Jordan on the Wizards. Are we really trying to have him sign a 5-year extension? I mean, it's done. You can tell it's done. His knowledge of the game, he's not following the same analytics as everybody else. And he's getting fleeced. And, every signing, he's getting fleeced.
Well, they didn't get fleeced for Goldschmidt and Arenado.
I love how you bring that up.
Be? Those are two of the greatest
a blind man could make those trades if you're getting
no other team did it. Where would they be without those two guys? Where would they be without those two trades?
Last place?
Oh, God, they'd be horrendous.
Oh, we're already in that. Oh, we're already in that place.
Well, I'm just saying, this is really the first horrendous season he's ever had. He's never had a losing season. So do you just can him after all that? Say, oh, you're not allowed even one bad year after all this success. You're out.
You definitely can him for all the money he's wasted. I'm sorry, that you can beat that trade to death that every other team in baseball would have made if they would have known Gomberg would have gotten, Arenado plus $50 million of Arenado's salary. I mean, come on. But you look at Cecil, Miller, Matz, Mike Leake. You can go down the line. That should not save your job. In 2012 we won 90.
Well, not every trade is going to work out, and he's made some good trades. I agree with Doug. I mean, it's not, I think it was obvious we needed pitching in the offseason. We didn't get it. But, it's not, Ali Marmol, I just don't think he's a manager. He doesn't look like a manager.
This is a take I can get behind.
He doesn't.
No, you look at him and you just think, this guy's going to be a good
either.
manager. I mean, it's like clockwork with his.
I would rather have the crusty old guy, the Buck Showalter, Bruce Bochy.
What about
Whitey
he just
Herzog
passed
type?
away last week, Doug? Roger Craig.
Yes, I'd like to have him in the Joe Madden. I like those older guys.
Bruce Bochy's 68 and having a nice year.
Yeah.
Have you seen the dugout lately with like after a teammate hits a home run, it's like they're putting like seeds in their mouth and like tying their shoes.
After the Walker and Arenado thing, that was cool to see.
Yeah, Walker's hitting some bombs on a last place team, but still hitting bombs. Need to get sent back though.
Oh,
he's hitting them too high now. I think we need.
You
gotta really. I think we need him to hit line drives. And I didn't like the fact that they went 480 feet in the air.
Yeah,
but there's no continuity on his moves. I mean, one game you got Jordan Hicks coming into an 8-2 game. The next time he's coming into a 3-3 game, and Palante comes in here. Oh, we better put him in here. Oh, let's go with Verhagen again here. I mean, there's no rhyme or reason to what he does.
I would like to know what analytics it is that has told them that regardless of how well your starting pitcher is pitching, you must take him out in the 5th or 6th inning.
Yeah.
That drives me crazier than anything. I'm sure they have an analytic that says once a pitcher faces the lineup the 3rd time around, he's much more likely to give up runs. Perhaps they're just wedded to pitch count so much that no matter what you're doing, perfect game, no-hitter, 2-hit shutout, you're coming out. And we're going to bring in a succession of relievers after that. I don't buy it. I don't think that's the way to go. I think you have to look at individual games, see how a pitcher's throwing, take into account the game situation, but it seems to be almost an automatic. They did it to Flaherty. When was it? Friday? Saturday? He had 5 or 6 shutout innings, blowing them away. Got to take him out.
They're saving him for the wild card game.
I don't know. You think Red Shannings would have taken out Bob Gibson in the 6th inning if he'd had a guy looking at the computer in the press box telling him, man, he's not going to be as good in this 8th as he was in the 2nd.
You're comparing Red Shannings to Marmol as a stretch.
Well,
would any manager do
Gibson
anything
would have punched him in the face and say, "Get off my mound."
And not just him, any dominant pitcher. Chris Carpenter more recently, somebody like that. Thank God they didn't take him out in the 6th inning of that playoff game against the Phillies.
And I think that's ruined the game. If you're a purist, that now you just go by analytics. You don't go by feel. You don't go by how your guy looked the night before. You don't look. I got a feeling. Sometimes you have why do you go? Why'd you bring him up there? I just had a feeling he was going to do something. I just had a feeling.
Yeah.
You should know your players. No, well, I'd like him here, but he's 1 for 5. He's only hitting 200 against righties. I can't use him. It's stupid.
The problem with analytics is you can point out any random stupid stat you don't know, and it shows that the team is being successful. I'm sure you can look at the Oakland A's and Royals, and there is an analytical stat of maybe 2-out pitches in the 7th inning, and they have 100% out free. Like you can pull out any stat and go, oh, look at this success story this team's having. Mm-hmm. No, they're actually 40 games under 500, but and that's why numbers ruin the game.
Agents started all this thing. Let's come up with one: WAR, wins against replacement, velocity, velo. Agents did, because then they can go to look at his velo, look at his WAR. We need a raise. His agents came up with all this crap.
All right. Well, it is frustrating when your team is struggling as bad as they are. And every move the manager makes tends to backfire on him.
Doug, here is what he had to say following yesterday's loss to the Reds.
Hit the lever, please, Plastic.
We have to be perfect to win right now. We don't have the luxury of giving up extra outs or making a mistake or walking a guy that's where we're at the moment. There's certain guys in our lineup that feel pretty good and there's certain guys that don't. And it's been difficult to string together quality at bats in order to produce a crooked number type of inning. And when that's the case, you got to play perfect on the other side. You got to pitch perfect.
Well,
nobody's perfect, so you're not going to win.
No.
Yeah, this guy is just...
They do struggle to get that key hit for months now. They just can't seem to get that one key hit. Runners in scoring position. Can't do it.
Not a great weekend with the runners in scoring position. Doug, are you aware of the statistic? The Cardinals were 2 for 22
That's
with
not
runners
perfect.
in scoring position. They stranded 25 runners. 2 for 22.
Yeah.
How do they win one game?
Well, they almost threw a shutout, right? And defensively, they're not the team that they've been in the past. They've always been, the last couple of years, they were like the best defensive team in baseball. That's not the case anymore.
The rotation since May 25th is first in WAR, first in ERA, and first in home runs per 9 innings.
Their rotation?
Yes.
First in ERA?
Yeah.
So they have the best rotation in the National League?
Since May 25th.
That's hard to believe, isn't it?
This stat comes from Saturday. So, Sunday's
The
game.
best starting rotation for that's 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Over the last 2
5
weeks.
and 8 during that stretch.
Yeah.
Man, this Wainwright swan song is painful.
Well, he was okay. You got, 3 runs in 6 innings? It was all right.
It's a quality start.
Yeah, it was considered a quality start. It just doesn't look like he has the same as what he did the last couple of years where he just wowed us all with, kind of looked like he was 27, 28 out there.
That's another stat that the agents came up with.
What is it now?
So if you give up 3 runs in 6 innings, that's a quality start. So if you did that all year.
For the record, he didn't get through 6.
Hmm?
He did not get through 6 innings.
Okay, I thought Doug said 6.
5 or 6, I think.
All right, well, if it had been 6, it would have been a quality start.
The issue was the 6th inning. That's where he got into some trouble.
So you could go, say you get 30 starts. Say you get 23 decisions.
They don't get that anymore because they're all out of the game
I'm
after
just saying,
5 or 6 innings.
let's say you get 23 decisions. In all those games, you go 6 innings, you go 3 runs. And you lose them all. You're 0-23 with a 4.5 ERA. But you had 31 quality starts. Been a good season?
Well, if you're losing all of them in a quality start, you're not getting much offense behind you. Your team has got to score a couple runs for you to get some wins.
I know, but you see what I'm saying? A quality start is a 4.5 ERA. That's stupid.
Yeah.
Got quite a situation with the one acquisition this offseason, and considering where he continues to hit the lineup, it is impactful beyond just his spot. Wilson Contreras, Doug, is now hovering at 204 with a batting average of 204 and an OPS of 650 for the record. Just to give you an idea.
Like 2 for his last 40 something,
on the Cardinals this year. Lucan Baker, Taylor Motter, and Barrera are the only players who have a lower. Check that, Tyler O'Neill. Tyler O'Neill, Lucan Baker, Taylor Motter, and Tres Barrera, the only players with a lower OPS, and he's hitting 204. And continues to hit in the middle of the lineup.
Those are just numbers, Tim. Those
Paul
are just
DeYoung,
numbers. It's more of this analytic nonsense.
I don't watch. Did Paul DeYoung still play?
Yes, he plays every day.
He's terrible, right? Like he's hitting
not
like
hitting
140.
He's hitting 223.
What his last 2 weeks? He's hitting like 129.
Yeah.
Are we done with that yet?
No,
Are we?
he plays every day. We're not done at all.
And this just
because Tommy Edmonds playing center,
like Jim Edmonds.
This just
great in
shows
center field.
Yeah, he has looked incredible in center field. And I read the article. Was it Ben Frederickson wrote about it? That he's using what he learned when he was playing youth baseball to adjust to playing center field in the majors. How about that? And is playing defensively really well. And he kind of gave Dylan Carlson a respite to Carlson going to right. Walker still having defensive problems now in left. And so that means Paul DeYoung is playing short. Just for the record, in the month of June, Doug, you said he had a great June, is what you said? Is that what you said?
I didn't really.
Okay. 6 for 32.
Well.
And in May, 17 for 84. 202 average in May, 188 average in June.
It's analytics.
He's taking good cuts at it, though.
Nice.
I think as good as Edmund is in center, maybe they ought to put him at short. DeYoung on the bench. Carlson in center, Walker in left or right, and get Donovan, I guess, in the other spot.
It kind of shows you that the refusal to eat any kind of money on the DeYoung deal is very sad for us about the Steven Matz deal, because we're going to have to watch that guy throughout the entirety of the contract. There's no way that they're not going to have that money be eaten. So we're going to have an $11 or $12 million pitcher in the bullpen or have a 7 ERA in the rotation. for the next 3
You're
years.
saying they're playing the contract and not the best player.
Yeah, and there's no other argument to that. He's hitting 204, and he hasn't been hitting well for a while.
Well, that's Contreras at 204.
222, sorry. That big bump by DeYoung.
223 now.
All right, MVP.
Josh Bob Bill Duggan, he shares a building with Keisha Gray and Greg Vaughn. Is that correct?
I don't know that for sure.
He is in Tampa and says, or he's showing a screenshot of a tweet from Brandon Kiley. BK and Ferrario follows me and Jackson on 101, and he said Wilson Contreras' baseball savant page is a mind melter. He's hitting the ball as hard as he ever has, both in line with his career norms, but yet he's batting .207 with a slugging percentage of .362. The only qualified hitters in Major League Baseball who have a wider gap between their expected batting average and their actual batting average than Wilson Contreras are Calvert Ruiz, Kyle Schwarber, and Segura. So there you go.
He did hit a bullet yesterday that Ellie De La Cruz made a good play on. I mean, he hit it really hard.
And he says regression should be coming. Winter is coming.
Yeah.
Regression is coming.
I can buy that. He's never been a 204 hitter. I think he's coming back.
Year
I
one,
don't know
Doug.
why you necessarily have to bat him fourth or fifth every night, but you might want to drop him down until he gets hot. But history would tell you that this is not who he is as a hitter.
Year number 1.
Of 5. Well.
Oh, my gosh.
Caller Ellen's not happy. I love DeYoung's throw home yesterday. Doug, it was on the first baseline.
It wasn't great. Yeah, Contreras couldn't catch it. They both kind of messed up that. But he's fast. De La Cruz is really fast.
He ran a track meet on the Redbirds this
Yeah.
weekend. Blew right through that sign. And
Guys, expected batting average sounds like a Spirit win. Burn it down!
Oh.
That's from KG and O-Town.
Gosh. Well, I don't know what you would do with Contreras now, with the contract being what it is and him struggling so mightily. There's not much value for him on the open market.
Well, he already told other teams that he can't really catch. He kind of ruined his value in the first month of the season.
what about Tyler O'Neill, Paul?
Does he even play? I haven't want to watch games. I can't subject
not back
myself to
yet.
that misery. So
Oh, it's not that horrible. Are you going Wednesday?
I am going Wednesday.
Oh, will you watch the game or just walk around the stadium?
Well, I mean, I don't think anybody could have a gun to my head and open my eyelids and make me watch every second of it, but I'll probably peer in on what the Redbird Club is doing.
Okay.
Busman special.
Yeah, the old Busman.
I do love that.
TMASTL.com is where you can get the tickets. $30, and you get $12 in Cardinals cash for your libations, helmet nachos, whatever it is. TMASTL.com, that is where you can enjoy the festivities with us on Wednesday. We'll be broadcasting live from Salt and Smoke, and then we will head on over for Busman's special. If you would like to improve your golf game, I would like to recommend Clubhouse Turf, St. Louis's exclusive partner of Celebrity Greens, Golf Digest, best in golf, and start improving your game today. Driving the ball 300 yards is cool, impresses your buddies, but scoring amounts to getting the ball in the hole. How many times have you hit a great drive only to miss the green, scull a chip, and three-putt your way to double bogey, while tour players get up and down 2/3 of the time? Scratch golfers still only get up and down around half the time. Thus, the best way to lower your scores is to improve your short game. And that's why tour players like John Rahm and Max Homa have installed Celebrity Greens in their backyards. Anyone can put down fake turf and call it a putting green. But if you want a golf green that putts true and gives you real grass performance when practicing chips, pitches, and bunker shots, the only company to call is Clubhouse Turf, St. Louis' exclusive partner of Celebrity Greens. Each Clubhouse Turf signature green is unique in design, whether creating a replica hole like the 12th at Augusta or the 2nd at Belle Reve. Clubhouse Turf can create your own backyard golf experience that your family and friends will enjoy for years to come. It's Clubhouse Turf. Go online at clubhouseturf.com or call 314-834-2339. Clubhouseturf.com. Let them know that you are a TMA listener. Doug, can you tell the people about Ryan Kelly?
He'd like to help you buy a home if you're struggling, and some people are because rates are so high, home prices are so high. But Ryan Kelly is there. If you're thinking of buying a home, the process not as complicated as you might think. With the Home Loan Expert, they make the pre-approval process easy. Get pre-approved today, the day you call in, and they will also provide a lower rate with a 10-day closing guarantee. Rates are starting to come down a little bit, but you need to act quickly. Homes will start selling very fast when they go on the market. Inventory is low, so when the house goes on the market, it tends to sell very fast. If you've been waiting around, wondering what to do, how you navigate this, Ryan Kelly and his staff are right there to help you with any questions you might have, and they will find a solution for you. Market volatility is because of inflation. That's controlling the mortgage rates right now. You need to work with an expert in such a volatile real estate market like the one we're having right now. And with Ryan Kelly, get yourself pre-approved so when the house you want hits the market, you will be ready to strike. That's thehomeloanexpert.com. Thank you, Ryan Kelly. Thank you, Sir Mortgage.
And also, Friends of the Feather, Munganess, the sponsor of the 7 o'clock hour and the Daily Fantasy Sports Showdown. Jackson, let's pull up the rosters and take a look. StLouisAcura.com and AltonToyota.com. It is Munganast, Jamie Burkhardt, Clayton Patterson, Peter Munganast, the people to work with. You can text them at 314-252-0029 or just go online and check out the incredible pre-owned selection they may have at StLouisAcura.com and the new selection they may have at StLouisAcura.com and, of course, pre-owned at AltonToyota.com and new car selection at AltonToyota.com as well. 314-252-0029. That is the secret number for our listeners to call or to text to talk with Jamie Burkhardt, Clayton Patterson, Peter Munganast. At Munganast, St. Louis Acura, and Alton Toyota. Jackson, RBC Canadian Open, Munganast Daily Fantasy Sports Channel. Let's take a look at the rosters, Peter.
All right. Well, Doug had Sam Burns, Stroud, and Knapp. They all missed the cut.
Knapp.
But he had Higgs, Aberg, and Roderick McRib, who finished T10. So 336.5 points for Doug.
That's with 3 of your 6 players making the cut, Doug?
Yeah. And Burns was an expensive guy, and he didn't make it?
No. Iggy had Baddeley, who did not make the cut.
He had 2 double bogeys in his last 4 holes. Or, I'm sorry, triple bogeys.
Triple? He had 2 triples in his last
He had 4 holes to go, and he was 3 under par. Cut was going to be 1 under. 2 triple bogeys.
Are you serious? He really had 2 triple bogeys?
What happened to him?
Just water. Idiot.
Oh, come on. You're not an idiot just because you hit a bad shot.
Yeah, he had 2 worse than double bogeys. Yeah, that's going to be, it hurts. But he did have Homeless Hubs, who finished T10, Eric Cole, who finished T10, and then, of course, Hadwin, who was tackled on the green, Sahith the Gala, me and Plowhawks guy, and Tommy Fleet.
Tommy Fleet. So Iggy had to have won.
Oh, yeah, Iggy smoked him. 496, and he netted $10.
Oh! It's about time the kids got something out of your research.
It's all my money that's going in there. My teams.
None of it's your money.
Well, my teams are making money. Yours aren't.
Well, I have made money.
I got us even for the week.
Not this week.
With my 500-point performance.
Wasn't 500, 496.
Oh, close enough.
It would have been if your guy hadn't triple bogey. Why would you put a guy on your team who's going to triple bogey the last 2 holes when you could pick whoever you wanted?
2 triple bogeys.
Yeah.
Fairways and Greens legend, though, right?
I think Nick Taylor was about the same price. Just think if I'd have put Nick Taylor instead of Baddeley, I might have won 1,000.
Well, what if I'd pulled Nick Taylor? I might have won this week.
You still would have lost.
I don't know.
Well, you lost by 200 points. I don't think he'd have got to 200.
That's not many.
Just a couple birdies strung together there.
Yeah.
Well, next week it'll be fun. I'm going to start researching today because there's a lot going into this week at LA Country Club, Doug.
What goes into it?
Well, you got to know, you got to figure out what you're going to look for. Tim, I'm thinking probably shots gained approach.
Doug, shots gained approach.
Okay, can we start with analytics in golf now?
That's what we're going to do now.
Well, these fairways are huge. So it's not like they're tiny fairways. Some of these fairways are like 80 yards wide.
290-yard par 3. How do you do?
So you're looking at
so you want the big
shots
hitters.
gained approach.
The big hitters.
What do you take? Do you take disco stick from 290 on a par 3?
Disco stick?
Doug, disco stick.
What in the world is that?
Driver.
Why would you call it a disco stick? Why
I want
would
to
you
take a
do
ride on
something
your
like
disco
that?
stick. It's a Lady Gaga verse.
Is that why you called it that, Jackson?
Yeah, just shout out to my queen, Lady Gaga.
Clip that up.
This beat is sick. I want to take a ride on your disco stick.
You play Embrier this weekend, Jackson?
No, I played Gateway Friday.
And did you go white tees or blue tees?
Blue tees.
Good for you. And shot, what do you shoot, Doug, 86?
I doubt it.
I actually played one of the best rounds I've played all year.
Oh.
I shot 78.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah. My game is so up and down. I can't. It's crazy.
What was going on?
Feeling myself. There was no wind at Gateway that day. Like literally zero wind.
Has it helped you that you're trimmed down? You're not quite so doughy?
Nice.
Probably. I picked a swing going into it, and I've been hitting my wedges like from about 70 and in. I'm about as lethal as I've ever been. So that's where I wasn't making bogeys on shots where I didn't hit the green. I was making pars there, and then I was sticking.
Wow, he's getting up and down, Doug, in his wedges.
Yeah,
yes, he is.
And keeping it away, keeping the drives in play. You know, I think I only hit one ball into the water on 13. 13, I might as well just write down a double bogey before I even play it.
Oh, the par 5?
Yeah, because I'm either going to go in the water on the first shot or on the second.
Doug, this guy mounted a Sunday charge after a beat to Tim Rendleman that candidly shocked the Michelob Ultra Jay Randolph Jr. fan page club championship office pool. What a bounce back. What a bounce back performance.
Huge. Yeah, and I played Far Oaks on Saturday and shot 80.
Wow. This guy's trending.
So you're kind of walking around with a little swagger and shaking your head back and forth.
No,
look at
because
me.
now I know, now that I've shot 2 rounds good, now here comes the 2 bad rounds.
Oh, that's a negative swing thought, Doug.
A couple weeks ago, you were ready to quit the game.
Yeah, you were retiring.
Well, I needed the short break just to recharge the old batteries. Doug will really like this. I've had a jammed pinky now for about a month and a half, and it's really, really tough to get through 18 holes with it. My pinky's been
small finger.
Yeah, perpetually jammed now for about a month.
Well, how'd you jam it?
I jammed it at the Dotham when I was sitting on the ground during Celebrity Shot, and then I got up, like used my hands to push off, and I jammed my pinky
Oh,
doing
for heaven's sake. That was why you were still doughy, right? You were carrying a little weight.
No. That was right at the lowest point there. So
Let me ask you a question. You have a thumb, a pinky, an index finger. What are these 2 fingers called?
Middle and ring.
Ring finger and middle finger.
That's what they're called?
Yeah.
Okay.
You'd never heard that before?
Oh, middle finger. Yeah, they gave me the middle finger. I get that.
You'd never heard ring finger?
Well, yeah, but I didn't know that's what it was called.
Well, what else would you call it?
That's why I asked the question.
Well, that was a simple answer to that.
What about the toe? You got the toe and the pinky toe. What are the other 3 called?
Pointer, middle, ring toe.
Ring toe?
Yeah, just same principles.
All right.
Shouldn't be many times where you're identifying which toe. But,
Right, we tend not to call it much.
But I
After
jammed
about
it. And
5 90s in a row, he magically shoots a 78 to keep that vanity cap right where he wants it. It's amazing. That's from Mr. Licks, who continues to accuse Jackson of carrying
At least he has a handicap. Where's yours? Your name's on there.
Well,
There's
now,
no
don't bark at someone who's handicapped.
No, I'm tired of Licks going off on Jackson.
I appreciate you.
You don't even belong to a club. You don't have a handicap. You talk a good game, but I don't even think you play golf.
Now, you don't belong to a club either, do you?
I never said I did.
No, I don't.
Why?
Tim's the only one who belongs to a club. The rest of us are, we're strictly public course schleppers.
At least I have a handicap.
Licks is right. It is, my handicap is
Well, you
up
had to
and
get
down.
paid on Friday then.
I didn't play anybody for money.
Oh.
Why are you wasting those rounds?
I can't imagine.
My buddy MPK is going through it, so I wasn't gonna.
MPK is going through
What's he going through?
He's got a big problem with opening his club face right at takeaway. It leads to a lot of issues.
Is MPK oatmeal?
No, oatmeal it doesn't live in STL, so and doesn't play golf.
Any of your friends have real names?
They all have real names. I just choose not to use the full governments on.
MPK, is that Martin Luther King?
Yep, Doug got it.
Yeah, I thought it was.
No, they all have real names. I seldom actually call them these goofy-ass nicknames. I just don't want to air them out.
Oh.
Jackson, maybe don't tickle your pink starfish while self-pleasuring and breaking your pinky? That's from the Orson Woods Wacko?
No. The original jam, of course, is very ninny-like. I just literally sat up.
God, we used ninny. It's 2 shows in a row. I'm excited about this.
It's very, to just getting up, jam my pinky, but it did. But then I played pickup like 2 weeks later and jammed it again. So
it still hurts now 2-3 weeks later.
Well, it's the pinky I use for my interlock. So that is actually an important digit. Of course, in our world, all digits are important. We don't digit shame.
Right, I wouldn't.
But, this one certainly is very important. But, we power right through.
Oh, did you tape it up or anything?
No, because then I couldn't put it in the glove. You know, it's my
Cortisone
glove
shite?
hand. No, actually, it isn't my glove hand. I probably could do it. Either way.
Well, if it's on your glove hand, then it's not the interlocking finger.
Right. So it wouldn't be on my glove hand. Ah, yes, hands.
I am quitting the show if Iggy does not admit right now that he does, in fact, know what his juggle finder was called. Jesus?
What?
Is that from Kevin Miller?
You wanted to find a juggle finder?
Who's juggle?
Did he mean to type middle finger?
Jackson?
I don't know what that is
Finder?
either.
You think it auto-corrected for
Who said
finger?
this?
That was Mr. Licks, about 30 texts down now.
If he doesn't admit that he is in fact know what his juggle finder was called. I think he means middle finger. Yeah. Is this like Iggy's never had a nacho? Is that this segment?
But I thought it was called something.
Well, it probably has a technical medical name.
I thought it was called something
I'm
other than
sure.
middle finger.
We could look
Yeah,
at
I don't know what a juggle finder is, so you may want to explain that to me too.
We're
compromised.
Would that be the third metacarpal? Is that-
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's a name for it.
There's a medical name, I'm sure, yeah.
Why don't you call this a second finger, middle finger, third finger, fourth finger? There's a name for it. I thought it was more middle finger. I know it's in the middle of your
You don't have
hand.
to be a baby to like breast.
I just asked a question. Juggle finder.
Oh, well, okay, let's look it up. What is the official name of the middle finger?
At Disney World, if you work there, you have to point with two fingers. Your pointer and your middle finger.
Is that right?
Yeah, it's like the Walt Disney point.
The Walt Disney point?
Yeah, it's just one of the many jugs of Kool-Aid they make you drink there if you work there.
A grown man who goes by Iggy criticizing a 24-year-old and his friends for having nicknames is peak self-awareness. Never change. That's from Arbor Day.
Well, but these don't even sound like nicknames.
The middle finger is officially called the digitus medius.
There you go. See, I knew there was a name for it. Juggle finder.
That's the Latin term for it, like the Latin medical term. I don't know if people are just going around saying that.
No, it's not.
No, Iggy's a nickname, but his guys have nicknames with their names.
Huh?
What is Pete's? You call him
Private Citizen Pete?
Yeah, Private Citizen
I've never
Pete.
once ever said, hello, Private Citizen Pete. I just call him Pete.
Why is he so darn private?
But I did that because every time I would say my buddy Pete, everyone would be like, oh, Gangster Pete? I'm like, no, not Gangster Pete. I have a different friend named
But what is he hiding to be so private?
He's not hiding anything. Good guy.
Oh, he's a good fella.
And KPG, that's a name. That's letters.
Who?
Bank nurse.
MPK.
Yeah.
He's going through it right now. Open club face.
Big time open club face. He's got a real problem. He hits about 4 inches behind the ball.
Oh, yeah, I've done that.
With an
many,
open
many
club
times.
face.
Was it just you two out there on Friday?
We got paired up. Two lovely gentlemen. And same thing on Saturday. Got paired up with a gentleman. It's you meet some cool people. that
Just
way.
how
You
lovely
also
were
meet
these
some,
gentlemen?
They were, very nice people.
Okay.
You can meet some like really fun, cool people, and you can also meet some duds. But both cases were good people.
Okay. You don't usually meet too many duds, do you?
Not for the most part,
Usually
but sometimes you'll get to like the guy who's like playing music as loud as humanly possible and like getting a little too much after it, or vice versa, they're taking it way too seriously. You want someone right in the middle there.
Yeah, sometimes you get a bad beat where a listener asks if they can play with you and seems like a nice guy, and on the 14th hole he wants to fight somebody on the next tee.
Oh, that happened?
Sounds like an anecdote
Yeah, I
right
was
there.
about
It
to
sounded
say.
like an anecdote.
Who was this?
I wouldn't give his name if I remembered. But these guys were taking too long, and he got fed up with them, and he thought they said something to us, and he thought he was protecting me. Did you say something about him? I said, no, it's fine. He didn't say anything. He went running up to the next tee. You got a problem with us, man? You got a problem?
gosh.
He dropped his club, and I'm like, oh, my God.
Yes, Jack. We don't know.
Well, then you don't understand pitching, and that's okay.
Say that again.
I'm sorry?
I'm sorry.
that sort of
That was kind of like
exchange?
yeah. That was kind of the exchange. I'm sorry. I'm in the back going, wait, we're sorry. He's not with us.
86 years on this planet and doesn't know the names of his fingers. What the F am I listening to this morning? That's from Aunt Peg, who's a great ball striker.
Did you know it was called carpal, whatever it was called? Did you know that?
Carpal.
Flex.
It's not called
One of your phalanges.
jugular. whatever they
Digitus medius.
said. Discus medius.
No, didius.
All right?
Digitus.
Did you know that, Aunt
Digit.
Peg? Did you know that, Aunt Peg?
Digitus
That got way
medius.
worse.
I don't like scientific stuff.
No,
Forgot about that banger, too.
Oh, my word. Hey, friends of the Feather. Doug, in 6 days, it's Father's Day.
Yes, it is.
I think there's a chance that more than one of us on the dais are a father. Or more than two of us, I should say. More than two of us, I should say. But at the very least, if you are looking for a wonderful gift for Father's Day and something that you will always have, your father's stories, his childhood, education, career, marriage, advice, all of that, all saved, his laugh, all in his own voice. Well, that's where Sound Story comes into play, and for as low as $249.99, you can come into the Hubbard Radio Studios and record your father's sound story with your choice of hosts at mysoundstory.com. Use the promo code TMA to get 20% off for Father's Day. It's mysoundstory.com, promo code TMA. Just go to mysoundstory.com, and once again, prices start at $249.99, then 20% off. Doug, I'm gonna do it on the fly.
Do the math there.
Do you think you could do it with
maybe like $50 off?
Okay, so yeah, about 200.
200.
There you go. mysoundstory.com, promo code TMA. And just get the gift certificate, and now Father's Day is taken care of. Just like that, and you've gotten a gift that your father will love and your entire family will love, and think about the value of having that forever. mysoundstory.com. Friends of the Feather, Andrea's barbecue sauce is where it's at. I know we're advertising the restaurant, but I just keep talking about the barbecue sauce because it's so good. I had it twice yesterday.
You can take a piece of the restaurant home with you.
God, that's so good.
Oh, that's so
You need to open
nice.
up a marketing firm.
And you will, because you won't be able to eat it all. You'll be taking something home.
All right. Andrea's Steakhouse, and of course, Andrea's Steak Sauce and Andrea's Barbecue Sauce. Those are available at Schnucks, Deerberg's, and online at andreas.com. And check out the Steakhouse. It is choice. Iggy, what's your favorite part about it?
The food.
There you go, Doug.
The food is the best part of the restaurant.
Ribeye the size
That's the
of
way
my
it should be, I guess.
That could be in your marketing firm.
Ribeye the size of your head. With the atmosphere, too. You know, it's not like this, stuffy place where everybody's sitting around with suits and ties on and, you don't hear anybody talking. No, it's a nice atmosphere. I'm not saying it's a dump.
No, gosh, no.
Wow.
I'm just saying it's not. It's not.
That's not how we describe our
Are
sponsors.
we on make good territory now, or are we?
We're not saying it's
you
a
have time
dump.
to salvage this one.
Well, you don't need. You don't need a coat and tie.
Well, how many restaurants
there.
do you need a coat and tie
A
at?
lot of people go to these restaurants with coats and ties on. I'm just saying it's a very laid-back atmosphere. The wait staff is perfect.
The best thing about it is it's not a dump.
You can take your food to go.
It's not a dump. But when you pull in, you think of somebody's house.
Oh, is that right?
Because it's, you pull in kind of like a side street, and there's a parking lot, and you see it looks like a house. It looks like somebody's house. And you walk in, it's a beautiful restaurant. And
Nice.
you got the...
And the best thing about it is the food.
Well, yeah, the food. The atmosphere, and the wait staff is great, too. And then you walk around the corner, there's the bar there, kind of out of the way. You want to sit and have a cocktail, so it's a nice place. It's not a dump.
There you go, Doug. It's not a dump. Andrew's Steakhouse.
That need to be some sort of catchphrase for some
Andrew's
restaurant.
Steakhouse. Come for the food,
God.
but we're not a dump.
We are not a dump. That has legs.
It's one sponsor that won't be renewed.
Yeah, they will. They know us.
2023 Kawasaki jet skis are now on clearance starting at $89.99 at Big St. Charles Motorsports. That's right, new 2023 Kawasaki STX 160s are now only $89.99, down from an MSRP of $11,399. Don't miss out on savings of $2,400. Class-leading acceleration and advanced electronics. Come see us at Big St. Charles Motorsports today in St. Charles, Missouri. 2023 clearance Kawasaki inventory is limited here at Big St. Charles, so don't miss out. Price does not include manufacturer surcharge. Add $400 for cash purchase. Offer subject to change without notice. Some restrictions may apply. See salesperson for details. Big St. Charles Motorsports, located on I-78 Cave Springs. It's Big St. Charles Motorsports. com. Doug, we got a couple of callers here.
Oh, have we?
You want Eric in the Central West End, or you want the Shrewsbury
sure.
seat sniffer?
Yeah,
Well, Sneeze Sniffer's the only one left.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no. All right. Hello, Shrewsy. Shrewsy.
Doug, you hear me?
Yes, I hear you now.
Nice.
Good. I had two quick Cardinal takes, if that's okay.
Okay, sure.
First of all, you guys were talking about Friday giving Charlie Manuel an oatmeal bath. Remember that?
Yes, we were.
And I don't think anybody called in to say whether they would, and that was the question of the day, right?
Yeah, it was an important question. Would you take an oatmeal bath with Charlie Manuel?
Yeah, I would say yes to that.
Would you?
That's my first take.
Okay.
Because I think his skin, like an 80-year-old guy's skin, would be kind of interesting to see up close.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm
I
going to
use it like a comforter.
Yeah. My second take, I'm going to hang up and listen after it. I was going to say, in 2011 when they hired Matheny, Terry Francona was available, right?
Yeah.
Is that true?
I believe they interviewed. I believe they interviewed him as well.
Right. Don't you think we would have won? I'm part of the team. We would have won at least one more World Series, because I feel like Matheny, I listened to his podcast with Martin Kilcoyne a couple weeks ago, and he admitted that in 2012 he felt really behind because he had only managed Chesterfield Little League, and he literally said that. And
Is that right? Really? I'll have to listen to that interview.
That team had a window, whereas now this team's not very good. Marmol, I don't know if a Francona would make a difference, but back then he had all those guys in their prime, and I feel like he kind of blew at least 2 or 3 postseasons. And I think 2013, I remember he took out Lance Lynn, and then Seth Maness let up a 3-run homer in the 4th game, and we would have had a 3-1 series lead. And
well, they were up 3-1 on the Giants, and then lost the next 3. I can tell you this: people with the organization. I mean, I'm not speaking, of course, unanimously. But there are people with the organization who feel like that team could have won / should have won at least one more world championship, and they do flat out say that was on the manager.
And I'm just shocked that Mo was so, I don't know, he's all about analytics, and he just hires Matheny when the team is ready to win a couple more. And now we're in this era where who knows if they're going to win the next time they're going to win. But anyway, I just wanted to give those takes. I got nothing else to say. I'll go drink some battery acid now, and I'll see you guys later.
Okay.
That's the Shrewsbury seat sniffer.
Yeah. He's going to spend some time on the seat if he's going to drink battery acid, I guess.
Yeah, if you look at 2012, it went away. Doug Barry Zito got him. And then they went back to San Francisco. Was that Ryan Vogelsong and Matt Cain?
Seems right.
And then 2013, they were bitten by David Ross and Johnny Gomes. Mm-hmm. And then David Ortiz hit 780.
Yeah, he seemed to hit a home run almost every time he was up.
But they pitched around him really well.
That's correct. Yeah. That's correct. He barely got a pitch to hit. 2014, Michael Wacha thought his season was over and then appeared in a tie game against Travis Ishikawa, struck him out.
No, he hit a home run.
Okay, I got something different in front of
me.
And
I think you probably could have called that home run from about 65% of the fan base.
The Tam Avenue Capital Partners were live betting the Giants like the Dickens in that moment.
But Wacha had a good downward plane.
But that was one of the more head-scratching Cardinal moments, I think, in my lifetime.
If you go back and look at the position of the players in the 9th inning, they were playing positions for the first time in their careers. I think it was absolute anarchy in the 9th inning of that NLCS across the board was a mess. Then that one was. I feel like if you were ranking the misses, 2013, 2012 would be ahead of 2014 from my standpoint. I suppose it's all up in the air. To get past the Dodgers was a shock in and of itself. That was the Matt Adams home run, and then they were going wild in the Mound City. Mm-hmm. But to be up 3-1, going up against Barry Zito, and then I can't remember. I don't know if it was
Juan Marichal, maybe they faced.
No. In 2013, Clay Buchholz, who was kind of a mess. He started a game. He had Wainwright starting, and he gave up a home run to Gomes. David Ross got a base hit. Either way, I don't know. That was there for the taking, and they didn't get that one done either. So that is the sense. Again, that's some people in the organization. That doesn't mean that's everybody. But, I can see where people are coming from on that. I'll have to listen to that interview. I'd be curious what he has to say about that. Some self-awareness and growth, I suppose, in those moments. Because I think he was I think one of the things that kind of caused him to get sideways with the St. Louis sports media was he was very defensive because I think he was hypersensitive to the criticism of lacking experience. But that just was the way it was. There wasn't anything to be sensitive about. It was a real thing. But I can recall, a person who everybody in our audience would know, and he got the job. And if I'm not mistaken, this person really thought that Terry Francona should have gotten the job, and I guess had said something about it publicly or had voiced his opinion to John Mozeliak. And Mike sent a text to this person and said, I am going to show you just how good I can be as a manager, which is, good, confidence and so on. But it's also one of the things, I don't know, maybe I'm off the mark on it, but it's one of those things that it's like, okay, criticism comes with being in the, it comes with the territory. And it's one of those things that if you're going to be picking at each thing that comes your way, you're not going to do real well under pressure. In my opinion, I could be off the mark on that.
Well, that's something a lot of first-time managers have never dealt with, I'm sure.
Having not managed a game beyond Little League.
Right, because you get it anywhere else, you're going to be blamed for things, and you just got to develop a thick skin or, it'd drive you nuts. But even the greatest managers of all time, the greatest managers the Cardinals ever had, Herzog, La Russa, Schoenings, they faced intense criticism at times. But, you got to shake it off.
Francona would have been a fun... he's still managing the Guardians. That would have been a fun hire.
He was, from my standpoint, was thrown under the bus, if you remember. You got to go back to 2011, but the Red Sox imploded. I think they were winning that division, and then they just blew it. That was that final night of baseball that was so famous. I think they gave up a walk-off to Longoria and the Rays, and that knocked them out, and that was the John Lackey and who else was it? Josh Beckett were like in the clubhouse eating fried chicken and drinking beer or something like that. And there was like Francona lost the team, and it's Boston, so you whack somebody automatically like it's The Departed. And Francona was the one who went away, even though he had led that team to a world championship in 2004 and 2007, and they were positioned again. But people get angry real quickly, and they make a move that I would imagine they maybe felt like was, with the benefit of hindsight, one they missed out on. But then at the same time, they've won 2 world championships since then, albeit with 2 different managers, if I'm not mistaken. Am I correct on that? John Farrell managed against the Cardinals in 2013, and Terrell Buckley managed.
Yeah, Buckley was in there.
In the 2018 World Series against the Dodgers, the Chris Sale World Series. Am I correct on that? Is my nurse available?
I don't know where your nurse is today, Tim.
17 Astros, 18 Red Sox, 19 Nationals, 20 Dodgers, 21 Braves, 22 Astros. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for the delicious list.
Sounds right. I've always thought that baseball is far more a player's game than a manager's game. And I think the players would tell you that too. When you're at the plate, it doesn't matter who the manager is. You can either hit or you can't. Same as you're on the mound. You can either get the guy out with your pitches or you can't, and there's not a whole lot the manager can do to help. You can't draw up a play to get you open or something. It's on the players. And the perfect example has always been Joe Torre, who couldn't win a thing in St. Louis. He went to New York, and now he's a Hall of Fame manager. It's the players.
Yeah, he couldn't do anything wrong. Well, yeah, you're penciling Jeter in at short.
Well, you had a whole roster full of all-star players. Suddenly he's a genius of a manager. You can be the best manager ever, and if you don't have the players, you're not going anywhere.
I wonder, because a lot of guys who played for Whitey Herzog and a lot of guys who played for Tony La Russa rave about them, and I don't know how those 2 guys would do managing now. I realize La Russa was managing, just last year, but that was a different set of circumstances. It was kind of anarchy last year. He was ill, and that was a different deal. But how those guys would do if they had a front office telling them what they had to do with the lineup, from my standpoint, and maybe it's nostalgia overriding my memory, but you had a good idea of who was going to be in the lineup. during the 1980s with the Cardinals. La Russa would certainly mix and match in the bullpen and so on and so forth. But I guess what I'm getting at is if you have a young player and the young player feels like if they has a bad game that he could get yanked the next day from the starting spot, I wonder what that does from a confidence standpoint.
Yeah. I think probably that's what a really good manager does. It just gives everybody confidence that he's not going to hurt you.
Yeah.
To have a really good manager, I think you go out there thinking that, well, at least that's taken care of. But the players still have to do it, obviously. But I think it would give you a lot more confidence to have a manager who's been there and done that and won something.
Preach, Doug. Too much manager talk. That's from the 314. Yeah. Guys, Francona's buddy was the president of Cleveland, said the inside track, but it should have been Francona. That's from the 314. Ask Jackson, try going straight from HD2 Little League to the HD1 texters. That's from the Birthday Hawk.
Yeah. It's the big leagues, baby.
Yeah. You've learned a lot, no doubt, through that experience.
Yeah. Cut my teeth in HD2 and then took my talents to getting harassed by the HD1 texters.
Yeah, if I'm a veteran manager, I ain't touching the Cardinals job with a 50-foot pole.
Why? Most guys would love to manage here.
Because you don't really actually have control. Look at what showed. He tried to actually have a little control over the roster that was given to him, and he was fired.
Yeah, there is that.
Regardless of what you want to say, what's true, what's not true, he didn't want to play Paul DeJong. Paul DeJong needed to play, and that was that. I don't... You think an old school guy could have come and have Jose Locke coming into an Ascot after a 2-hour sauna session? Oh, hey, I think this guy needs to start at first. No, nobody's listening to that ass. So I think it's just, I think that's probably why we get first-time managers after La Russa, because I don't think anybody has much respect and wants to play or want to manage here.
You have to take into consideration the fact the job pays. The job pays a couple $1 million a year. So anyone who's not currently working as a manager, yes, they'll take it.
Yeah, but if you're coming in there with handcuffs on and having to go, yes, sir, no, sir, yes, I'll play this guy.
They'll take it for a couple million.
I don't think there could be a lot of managers that have the experience and have other job opportunities. I don't think Ole Marmol had a lot of job opportunity going into the Cardinal managerial position.
Him probably not.
Iggy is taking a picture.
Doug's hot take close.
Oh,
yeah.
Plowsy just really sports the table.
I'm just saying, why would I? I'd rather go to a team, maybe even a lesser team, but at least have full control of what I can do. You don't have control here.
Well, maybe not. I wonder if the lesser teams are the same way, though. If every team in the league is facing the same thing now.
Maybe.
Send your emails in for our Design Air Heating and Cooling email today, the morning after at InsideSTL.com. Design Air is online at DesignAirService.com. We had a high next week on Monday, I saw, at 102. Whoa. But then it dropped, and now it's a high of 89. I have no idea. This forecast is moving quick and fast and hurry.
I gave my forecast and said it's going to be high 80s, and they just switched it by 15 degrees. So.
Wow, look at that. He's moving things. He's moving the markets. Design Air Heating and Cooling. If you run into any issues with your air conditioning, go online at DesignAirService.com and work with the best, and that's Seth Goldcamp and his team, DesignAirService.com. Seth's great-grandfather, grandfather, father, and now he and his family operate Design Air Heating and Cooling. It's a legacy business. DesignAirService.com. Just go online at DesignAirService.com and click on the Book Now tab. It's Design Air Heating and Cooling. We'll close out the Mug and Ask St. Louis Acura Alton Toyota 7 o'clock hour. It's 8:28 in St. Louis. This is the Ryan Kelly Morning After from the Michelob Ultra Studios.
Live from the Michelob Ultra Studios, KPNT-FM HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis. This is TMA All Day.
Biggie's Restaurant and Bar has been a staple of the community for over 30 years and is serving your favorites like the steak sandwich, waffle fries, and so much more. It's not just the food that's rocking. With a full bar and patio, Biggie's is the perfect spot for lunch, dinner, and a little laughter. Biggie's original hours are back. Open 11 a.m. till midnight, Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday. And 11 a.m. till 1 a.m. on Friday and Saturday. Check out the full menu at biggiesrestaurant.com and stop in today.
Doug Vaughn here alongside Ryan Kelly, the home loan expert. Ryan, I know the market is cooling right now. Is it still a good time to buy a house? Rates up? It's a mess out there, isn't it?
Yeah, right? I mean, think about it. Think about where we were a year ago. You know, we saw the headlines, and if you were one of those trying to buy a house a year ago, you know darn well it was tough. You know, a listing would come on the market, and 20, 30, 40 offers would come above asking price, and it was a very difficult environment to navigate through. Now look at today. Homes are coming on the market, price decrease. Then an offer comes in and it's well below list, and people are buying these houses a lot less expensive than they would have a year ago. So yes, mortgage rates are a little bit higher, but the savings you get on the sale price should more than make up for that. And then at thehomeloanexpert.com, we will refinance your loan with no fees when rates do go back down. So you get in there now and you marry the house and just date the rate until we can refinance you at no cost. Learn more today at thehomeloanexpert.com.
Engineer Design Facilities is moving forward as the EDF Group, the most experienced data center and critical facility service provider in the St. Louis market. Check out the newly revamped website, theedfgroup.com, and take a look at each of the 3 divisions they have to offer. EDF Group is your one throat to choke for all your critical facilities, data center, commercial fire alarm, and electrical and IT infrastructure needs. To contact the EDF Group, email fire@theedfgroup.com. Experience the EDF Group difference and learn more at theedfgroup.com.
Hello, it's Jackson for Rosalita's. TMA listeners know that Rosalita's Cantina has the best patio and the best Tex-Mex in town. From tableside guac to piled high nachos, the amazing menu at Rosalita's is full of classic Mexican dishes. Plus, it's always time for a margarita, and Rosalita's has the most delicious house and specialty margs in town. Enjoy happy hour specials Monday through Friday from 3 to 6, and let Rosalita's cater your next event. Check out rosalitascantina.com or visit the downtown or DePere location today. Time to get your fiesta on at Rosalita's.
Driving the ball 300 yards is cool and impresses your buddies, but scoring amounts to getting the ball in the hole. Thus, the best way to lower your scores is to improve your short game. If you want a golf green that putts true and gives you real grass performance when practicing chips, pitches, and bunker shots, the only company to call is Clubhouse Turf, St. Louis's exclusive partner of Celebrity Greens. Each Clubhouse Turf signature green is unique in design and can create your own backyard golf experience that your family and friends will enjoy for years to come. Call Clubhouse Turf today at 314-802-6229. Or visit them online at clubhouseturf.com.
Hey, this is Tim McKernan. I'm with a great sponsor of TMA, and that's Longo Biggs of the Longo Biggs Injury Law Firm. People are starting to head out now. It is summertime, but that means an increase in car accidents.
Hey guys, like Tim just said, summer is finally here, and that means there's more people on the roadways. And you might be going to a Cardinals game, or maybe you're headed home from taking your buddy's money on the golf course. But with increased traffic on the roads, it also means a higher likelihood for car accidents. If you get in an accident, contact our firm immediately. We've successfully handled a countless number of car, motorcycle, and truck accidents. And if you go to our website, you will see we have received awards for doing so. We will make the process easy for you while maximizing the compensation you receive. Go to our website or Google Longo Biggs Injury Law.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisement.
Urban Dictionary defines thirsty as purposely, knowingly, and recklessly attempting to gain fame to boost self-esteem. So, are you thirsty? Well, TMA has you covered. Become a part of the 2023 TMA Listener of the Month Club. You nominate yourself for a monthly award. And if you win, you get recognition and stuff to help you satisfy that insatiable thirst. We're talking January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, etc. Go to TMASTL.com or the TMA app. Give us your name, a photo, and other pertinent information. Tell us why you deserve to be TMA Listener of the Month. And if you don't want to use your real name or photo, we don't really care. The TMA Listener of the Month. Get recognized just for being you, or fake you, or whatever. Quenched by Milagro Tequila. Welcome to the brighter side of tequila with Milagro in the morning after on KPNT HD2.
When we think of a real estate agent, we think of somebody simply selling our home or finding us a new one. I mean, they're all the same, right?
Okay, here's the comps. We'll take some pics, we'll post them, and I'll get back to you, okay?
A home is life-changing, and your real estate agent should reflect that. Honesty, integrity, and someone who will go above and beyond to make your dreams come true.
The Jeff Lotman Group with Compass Realty. We're different because you're different. We want what you want. Experience the difference today at jefflotman.com, bringing people and properties together.
Men, are you suffering from erectile dysfunction or PE? The medical providers at Paramount Men's Medical Center offer breakthrough treatments that eliminate problems in the bedroom without pain or surgery. 98% of men see instant results on their first office visit. Listen to a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Paramount Men's Medical Center offers breakthrough medical treatments that eliminate ED and PE. Men are even lasting 90 minutes or longer, regardless of age or medical history.
But that's not all. For a limited time only, call Paramount Men's Medical Center now and your initial consultation and first treatment are completely free. You'll see instant results right in the office. You'll even get a gift that enhances your performance in the bedroom. All this, worth hundreds of dollars, is free if you call now. 314-720-8210. 314-720-8210. That's 314-720-8210.
Blow off work and join the morning after at Busch Stadium on Wednesday, June 14th, when the Cardinals take on the Giants for a day game. You can get field tickets for $30, which includes $12 in cards cash. Maybe use it to buy helmet nachos? You'll sit with other TMA listeners too. Before the game, head over to Salt and Smoke at Ballpark Village for a pre-game live TMA broadcast from 7-ish to 10 with a special breakfast and drink menu from Salt and Smoke. Not to completely overload you with information, but here goes. Head to the TMA STL shop to get your best fans in baseball shirt for our big day at a big discount. Use the code CARDS to get the shirt for only $20. Plus, all shirts will ship to Hubbard, and you'll pick them up at Salt and Smoke the morning of the game. Find out more about all this stuff at TMASTL.com.
The Ryan Kelly Morning After
On KPNT HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis.
Don't cry about the Reds. They're good.
Well,
cry about what you have.
They're better than what we thought. Maybe they got some good young players. They seem to.
It's amazing you let young players play. They just called up another one of their top prospects that the founding father Tufts picked up.
And who would that be?
I forgot his name.
Strand, right? Somebody Strand?
Yeah. They don't care about him hitting the ball on the ground.
Ellie De La Cruz looks like the real deal, though.
God.
Looks like he's going to be a handful for a number of years.
May need to lock up Wainwright another year, try to stop him.
Okay.
To school.
This is the first time I've heard the second verse of the song, honestly.
Listen to that fiddle. Is that a fiddle?
I don't.
Doug can't even hear her.
I don't know if that's a fiddle. Maybe. He's got a whole orchestra behind him. When you sing, do you require an entire orchestra behind you?
Gilman does. Always has, actually.
Mm-hmm.
See, Ryan Kelly Morning After. Welcome to our 8 o'clock hour. Send your text into the EDF Group text inbox, 314-881-TMA5. You can call in, 636-9004. TMA and email in for our Design Air Heating and Cooling email of the day. What a day it is today as we are celebrating the Strodecast being sponsored by Paramount Men's Medical Center. To eliminate problems in the bedroom, call 314-720-8210 for a free initial consultation, free first treatment, and free gift. That's 314-720-8210. Iggy, you were just outside taking things in. How does the Strodecast play?
Well, with the Strodecast, I have to spend a little bit extra time out there
that chair.
to check the weather and see
With a
what's going on.
telescope looking at the sky?
No, just feel.
Can't even move.
Sit out there in my little chair by the fountain and relax.
Hey, you're like the veteran manager who can just watch and without a bunch of analytics come up with the best decision. You've been around a while.
So warming up a little bit. It's going to be 75, maybe
75?
77 today.
Yeah, that's nice.
Let's get out and do something.
Yeah, maybe strike the ball.
Take the kid fishing, maybe play some golf, maybe a little picnic.
A picnic?
Yes, get out to the Forest Park with, tell your girlfriend or wife or boyfriend or whatever, hey, take a long lunch today. I'll meet you out by the Jewel Box.
Oh, nice.
By the Jewel Box.
I'll set out a blanket with some fried chicken.
Oh.
Potato salad.
I don't want fried chicken.
Like a nightmare.
Cold fried chicken. And just sit out there and relax.
Doug, that's what you're going to see today at the Jewel Box.
Bleeding fried chicken.
Out the Jewel Box.
Paramount Men's Medical Center. Got ED or P? Enhance your performance in the bedroom and see instant results on your first office visit. Call 314-720-8210. 8210. New sponsor here on TMA, sponsoring the Strodecast. And if you are going to be doing some ball striking today, get your shirts at Holderness and Bourne. Go to hbgolf.com and enter the promo code TMA15 to get 15% off. And these shirts are no joke.
No.
The shorts are no
They don't
joke
play.
either. They don't play.
No.
Major recommendation for Holderness and Bourne. I have a bunch of Holderness and Bourne shirts and shorts and cannot recommend them enough to our audience, especially when you enter the promo code TMA15. How about that for Father's Day? What a perfect gift that would be for Father's Day. TMA15, hbgolf.com, Holderness and Bourne, perfect golf apparel, both shorts and shirts. Shorts and shirts. hbgolf.com, promo code TMA15. And you should probably think about it. First time being at the Lambert Airport in years. Holy hell, there's some big ones here.
Big people?
I don't know.
They've got a big production or construction effort going on now. They're starting to redo things.
I don't know if that's what he was referring to. Johnny Cake sent that in.
Oh.
There's some big ones here. I mean, big planes?
I saw some bulldozers moving things around on Saturday. I went to the Boeing Family Day where you got the tour of the place. Very interesting.
Bowling.
Boeing.
Oh, Boeing.
My son works at Boeing.
A lot of people are out there. You got to see the F-15s or F-16s, whatever they were.
Mm-hmm. It was very cool. Yeah. But I could see off in the distance that they got a lot of construction going on at the airport. Anything would help. Anything they do has got to help the current situation.
It's amazing. It's the only airport that has 8 times the workers as it does people actually traveling.
Gosh.
How close did you get to those planes? Like close to get a picture?
Yeah.
They're big, aren't they?
Yeah, the planes are big. They're military planes, so they're not like a big, passenger plane. They're not that size
I know, but
at all.
stealth.
Well, they don't have the stealth bomber there. That's at Whitman Air Force Base, right?
Okay.
In Kansas City.
Yeah, I saw a lot of pictures. A lot of people were out
F-18
there.
and F-15.
A lot of my Facebook friends were taking pictures out there.
Yeah, very cool. See how they assemble all that.
That and the St. Louis City game. I guess you go to a game, you got to take a picture.
Well, everyone seems to. They're just happy to be
You're
there.
not happy that people are taking pictures at the doggies?
Seems to be an angle here.
I'm so on
Where are we
Iggy
going?
here. I am so with it.
Well, I didn't know this was a thing.
Look at I'm at a game.
Hundreds. And that's fine. You're at it. But I mean.
Only at doggies games or also at Cardinals games and Blues games?
Not really Cardinal games.
If the requirement was you had to give up your phone to enter the stadium, nobody would go because nobody cares. Everybody cares about taking that one photo that showed not only A, you're cool, you have old money. Ooh, I got a beer. I got a beer in my hand.
Doggies, it's an old money. See?
Oh, it's an old money. Humble brag for sure. Ooh, look, I've been a soccer fan since I was 5. Nobody else was, but I was. Ooh, I know the pitch. Screw it, man.
Well, social media is such a big part of people's lives now that's
and
what
it's a
they
good
do.
thing it is.
I don't know about
Brand
that.
building is way.
But if Instagram or Facebook are big in your lives, you got to take that photo.
Then you probably should look in the mirror. Assess how important that is in your life.
Well, they wouldn't say it's important. They just want to say, here I am. Here's my post for the day. In case you're checking, in case you're wondering where I am, this is where I am, and these are my seats.
I did want to go to a game, but now I feel like I'm going to be photobombing everybody because everybody got their cameras out.
Plowsy, you literally took a picture of yourself at 6 freaking flags and posted it. That's from the 573.
If you didn't notice, I wasn't the one taking that picture.
Who took the picture? Like paparazzi?
Madison.
Oh.
Did you sign?
I didn't post it. Madison posted it too, so it wasn't me.
Oh.
I love her to death. She can do her.
Well, sure.
My favorite is a picture of your feet on a lounge chair with a beer and the ocean.
Nice.
You see a lot of, or at the pool.
My office for the day.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Don't say that. My office for the day.
Life's tough.
Or how about a shot at the gym? Leg day.
Grinding. It's like,
What's
oh
the
my
point
God.
of clogging the men's room if you aren't going to post a pic on Insta of the aftermath? Thanks, that's from Deke Dotem.
Those are the ones I actually want.
Yeah.
If I'm talking what I want to flood my timeline, it's easily poop pics.
Oh,
way over.
Gosh.
Hey, I'm at a city game. Let's go, dogs.
But even those pics, it's interesting electronic people watching, isn't it?
You know how close I came to taking a picture of that Normandy toilet?
No, how come?
I don't even know if I could do it.
But I said it was so gross I couldn't even post it on Facebook. I'd have been banned.
You got to be on your camera roll, and you got to look at it to delete it.
Doug, they are now sifting through Pepper and Jeannie's social media in the EDF group text inbox. 5 of Iggy's last 6 posts are of his Hoosier Hobble Hut dinners. Is that what it's called, the Hoosier Hobble Hut?
Not a dump.
Triple H.
This is not a dump. This is fine dining.
Yeah, I'm sure at some point 5-6 years ago, if you want to go that far back,
they said
I posted I posted a picture of the press box at Busch Stadium and said my office for the day.
Oh, you did? You did.
Once.
My office for the day.
Not every time I go
KG in
somewhere.
O-Town has found a picture of Iggy taking a picture with Red Stripe in Jamaica. Halfway to the hotel, time for a Red Stripe stop.
Yeah, so what?
Red Stripe time.
I'm in Jamaica and I posted a beer.
Different.
Red Stripe time.
Tough life.
What's wrong with that? We were supposed to, and did you see the tags on there?
What?
We had to do like 1,000 social media posts for that trip, so I did as many as I could.
My internet wasn't working. My posts are limited.
So that was a work thing which you weren't involved with. So
Probably a celebratory beer after the dub over Iowa State.
Oh yeah, that was that first day, wasn't it?
Oh yeah,
first full day. Yeah.
Guys, is this the part of the show where the two guys who haven't been to a game talk about what happens at the game? That's from the 314.
no, I didn't even know they won or lost or tied.
Well, sometimes
Draw.
it's weird because sometimes looking through Facebook, I feel like I was at the game because the videos and the pictures and the constant humble bragging.
So you think when people post pictures of being at the Dogs game, it's a humble brag?
I can't say 100%, but I'm going majority.
Is that right?
I like the pictures because it gives you a better feel of the atmosphere. I don't know, like if a video, someone in like the supporter section taking a video, to me it's kind of cool.
I like the post-goal videos. That I can get on board with, seeing the crowd pumped up, seeing the streamers and whatnot. I'm okay with that.
If you don't like the pictures, you can either delete the person or scroll by in about half a second.
Delete the person. Everyone in America goes to these city games, Doug. I can't.
Unfriend? You can unfriend them?
No, I like keeping my enemies close.
It was a talk show, Doug. You got to talk about something.
Oh, that's what this
we
is
have
about?
2 hours to kill, Doug.
Oh, 3.
Well, I meant, we have,
Well,
I saw some nice pictures of a recovering alcoholic.
oh, what was he doing?
And the new facility in Illinois. They had the ribbon cutting.
I did see that.
What new facility?
He's got a alcohol treatment. I guess it's
Oh, that's right.
Recovery Center.
Oh, yeah, that's where I
recovery
was
center.
last week.
Yeah. Looked nice.
So I had to postpone my match with the Pope, Joseph Paul. Yeah, I was over there with Maggie. It's incredible. It really is. It's a great thing. I can't be more impressed by what they've done, and it's a passion project. It's not something, where they're going, oh, let's see if we can, turn. It's something that's near and dear to his heart and his business partner's heart because of what they have been through and how they noticed that there was a lack of that supply in the area. I didn't realize there was that much of a lack of supply, but it's a great thing. Tip of the cap. Yeah. Major tip of the cap.
And the fact that they've gone through it, it also, that hits home for a lot of people that do go there that are reluctant to get treatment. First-hand accounts, people who are bettering their lives. So I love that. So, they were great talking to them about the Dotem, too.
So I like those pictures. I saw those pictures. Now, I do like my friends Quentin and Chris.
Quentin and Chris.
That's a podcast, right?
Did you ever go to Quentin's in Columbia? It opened in 96, 95?
Nope.
And it closed, about 5-6 years ago? Is that right? Am I nursing?
Well, Chris has called into the show. Chris has called into the show before from Hito. And Tim asked her, I wish we had this clip. It's so old, there's no way.
Girl or guy?
If anybody can find it, Buck Swope could find it.
Amen.
But Chris, the girl, called in, and Tim was asking her about the Bush situation.
Oh.
And her voice,
like the landscaping?
Her voice fluctuation was so good. She goes,
for election.
Well, for the most part, the girls are
that's right.
Bush the girls Carey. Are cleanly shaven, but every once in a while, you'll see a nice big bush.
Oh.
But they're both in their early 50s. He was a Fort Lauderdale cop.
Oh, was he?
And she was an ER nurse. And I guess they made some good investments. They both retired. They bought a sailboat. And all they do is sail the Atlantic and the Caribbean. They just sailed down to the Bahamas.
How'd they get all that cash, bruh?
Good investments, I guess. Well, they both had good jobs. They were good paying jobs.
I think they bought a couple HG.
And I guess a cop in Florida, you can retire at 50 and get full pension.
The police are making that much money that they can retire at 50?
I don't know. I just know they both retired. They bought a sailboat, and that's all they do is they have their cat and they just travel.
What a odd,
to retire at 50, you better
you're
be
adding
making
so much.
250, 300 grand a year.
I don't know.
Who are these? Quentin and Chris?
Quentin and Chris and
Just
the
for
cat.
show notes purposes, I'm
Chloe.
trying to track down how we got on this topic.
Tim, that was great stuff about that rehab facility. Now, let me tell you about hedonism in the bush of Quentin and Chris.
Well, I think
That's the bastard James Hahn.
Listen, Hahn, I brought it up. I talked about seeing the pictures. I'm the one who brought it up.
Yeah.
Well, I thought
know,
we were
but
done talking
apropos
about
of
it.
what?
I thought we were done talking about it.
No, I
guess we are.
What was your question, Jackson?
I was wondering the names of the people for show notes purposes and who had the bush.
Nobody.
I want to know how this. I want to know
She
how the
said
policeman
sometimes you
retired
see a
at
nice
50.
big bush.
Well, Doug.
You must have had Mark Hanna as his.
I don't know. Maybe they
undercover money,
Maybe
Doug.
they inherited some money too. I don't know.
Have you seen American Gangster?
But it just looks cool. I mean, there's a picture of the cat sitting on top of a stoop as the boat is sailing to
This
Bahamas.
guy's living the life of Bill Gates now.
Yeah.
A patrolman.
That's the
Well,
life. I said, you
Eating
need
cold
anybody
turkey.
swab the decks? I'll come hang out with you.
You'd be their little Gilligan to.
Now they're
his
traveling.
skipper.
Now they're sailing down to meet some friends in South Carolina.
Sailing down from where?
From the Bahamas.
They'd be sailing up.
No, down, up, over.
No, north would be up. If you're
Quentin.
sailing north, you're sailing up, right?
I don't know. Just they're going to South Carolina.
Well, you know where South Carolina is compared to the Bahamas.
Yes, I'm not paying attention to going up or down.
Oh,
Quentin and Quit.
You're going
Chris,
straight.
Wacky adventures.
You're not going up or down anyway. You're going straight through the ocean.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, cardinal directions don't mean up, down, right, or left. You know what I mean?
yeah, you'd be going
north.
probably north by northwest.
Yeah.
Either way, they're traveling in their sailboat, and it looks nice.
Yeah, and you'd like to be a part of it.
I would like to be a part of it.
Is the
There guys who
sailboat
kick
big?
with both legs?
Yes, there are. Is the sailboat large enough? Sounds like it's a massive yacht. Is it large enough for you to be on there and be the
Oh, sure, you
pool-
can fit
pool
3
boy
people
type
on
of
there.
guy?
Are they sailing, or is it a motorized boat?
Well, it's sailing, but I guess if they get no wind, they can motorize it.
Most sailboats also have a motor. The big
Quentin and
sailboats
Chris.
also have a motor, so they can be guaranteed to
that
get where
right?
they need to be. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because if you don't have a motor and what if you get 4 days of no wind? You're just going to sit there?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's the risk you take.
No, that's why you put a motor on it.
In case there's a storm coming or something, you need to get the hell out
If
of
there's
there.
a storm coming, you best have wind. If not, you're in the eye of the storm.
Yeah. I think they do. I think most of them do have small motors on the back.
Have you seen competitive sailing?
Doug Dennis Conner, America's Cup.
Yeah. Ted Turner was involved
It's
in that.
really boring.
Yeah.
I want to make it fun, and I know they try to make it fun.
No,
It just
can't.
isn't.
No,
it
I
just
can't get there with you.
just guys sailing, and most of the time it's such a big lead that it's really not even a race.
Well, it didn't really catch on that big.
Yeah, there's their boat sailing into harbor.
Doug, there it is. There's Chris and Quentin.
Okay.
The nurse and the patrolman.
Did he put on there my office for
Retired
the
at
day?
50.
My office for the day.
There has to be
killing
something
it.
under the
Sail
table.
around the world.
Who knew it? Policing was so lucrative.
I got to see their fidelity portfolio here.
Look there,
More
there.
cop and a nurse.
Sunset, they're northbound to South Carolina.
There you go, Doug.
Okay.
Even says northbound.
Well, you would be if you're going from the Bahamas
Enjoying
to
a
South
sunset at
Carolina.
sea, sailing northbound for Beaufort, South Carolina. Seas are 2 to 4 feet on the starboard quarter. Winds is 16, 18 knots.
Okay, we don't need all that information. Why would he give us that information? Why would we need to know that? And just because it's called South Carolina doesn't mean it's south of everywhere.
Well, he's going northbound.
Yes.
One time, my father-in-law was teaching me to sail when a large wind gust knocked my General Sal's overboard, but his body was thrust upon mine, and we ended up having our first kiss.
Oh, gosh.
Hey, it's gonna be a short show today, folks. If we keep up with these calls, I'm gonna tell you right now.
I agree.
Would General Tso's be the best Chinese food to have on the boat?
General Sal's? Oh, no, orange chicken.
You think?
He's got the chunks of oranges. It's like a nice,
Bill's
fruity, refreshing.
oranges.
Probably egg roll. Handheld.
Oh, yeah, just dual
I get the
fist
same
egg rolls
time.
right on the yacht dock.
Every time I go to Chinese food, I get the same thing every time.
beef
General
and
Tso's and
broccoli.
waffle
No,
fries?
chicken and broccoli every single time.
I like
I
that
had it
orange.
at P.F. Chang's on Sattersbin.
That orange beef. Ooh,
Blast.
P.F. Chang's don't play.
No, they don't.
Did you take a picture?
I didn't.
You and Mark Davis.
Wish I'd taken a picture and say, here's my office for the...
Off for the hour. I know you don't like spicy. They're Kung Pao there. That don't play.
Oh, is that spicy?
It's really spicy
Yeah.
there.
Is General Tso's spicy?
No, it's more about.
Yeah, General Tso's can get spicy.
It depends on what's in the rice. Typically, the sauce itself isn't,
I
but
don't want
sometimes you
anything
got the
spicy.
red
Nothing.
pepper flakes.
I usually get the beef lo mein with an order crab rangoon.
Do you?
Dude, after a long day at Six Flags, I demolished Culver's, and it might have been a top 3er for me.
Is that right?
You didn't eat at Six Flags? Hello, turkey leg.
No, we bumped down we don't have the free food.
Oh,
And I tell you what, we didn't
difficult
even,
economic times for you?
I
Could have been a
was
policeman.
I was not hungry after seeing some of the appetites there at Six Flags. I mean, and then we
Hot
saw
on
a couple
Saturday, too.
severe tantrums on the way out.
Little kids?
The dad was dead set on going to Lion's Choice. The kid wanted, I forgot what the kid wanted, McDonald's. Huge fight.
Well, you do what the dad wants. The
Went and
dad's
got
in charge.
Culver's, and oh my god,
I got a gift card to Lion's Choice. I might have to go there tonight.
Lion's Choice is fire, man. Get that Chipotle ranch, dog. It's really good.
So how far away was Culver's from Six Flags?
Six Flags has it made like it's in a good locale with all the food options. So it's about 5 minutes.
Get that double Butterburger.
I did bacon and cheese.
Oh, Bill. Crinkle cut fries, if you please.
Yes, please. Extra salt. Don't mind if I do.
Oh,
Extra salt.
We
Put that on yourself.
Yeah, you get like little packets of salt and you shake up the bag, so it's all.
Pack it on, baby.
Oh. Extra sodium, if you please.
Yes, please.
You gotta get that sea salt or kosher salt.
Oh yeah, see, I typically would use that, but I was in a pinch. But yeah, I get that side of cheese
Unintended.
sauce too, Doug. Make it real healthy for you.
How long were you at Six Flags?
We only did the 2.5. We did about 2 hours, so we then had to go back and get ready for the Jeffco Rodeo.
2 hours?
Oh,
What'd you get, one ride in?
Oh no! No! The water park was full, so that's where most of the people were on Saturday.
Gotcha.
Who's your soup?
We ended up getting 5 rides in.
Boss?
We got the Boss. We got American Thunder.
Do you scream when you're on the
Mr.
rides?
Freeze. I typically don't scream, but I put my hands in the air and.
Oh, they got the Screaming Eagle there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That old wooden crate.
Dude,
Oh, it hurts. Yeah. if
you get off
if you got a
American.
back or a neck problem, don't go on that thing. It
The
hurts.
American Thunder used to be the Evel Knievel. That thing will wreck your body once you're off of it.
I rode on that the first day that it opened with Robbie Knievel, who was there to open it all up.
Isn't that
We were like the
hilarious?
first ride.
It's
Yeah.
still going, man. Yeah, who's your soup over there? But
Did he Mark Wahlberg you?
I don't know what that is.
Your thoughts? 314-881-TMA5.
Nice.
Did Plowsy book one of the brown eel charters at Hurricane Harbor they made available to Double Diamond members? They typically spawn around 3 p.m. and make a run down the lazy river after most obese families of 4 or more have taken down excess fried turkey legs, fried dough, and an oil drum of cola. That's from Carlos Spicy Wiener.
look, this is not a positive PSA for Six Flags. You ain't gonna find me in Hurricane Harbor. You're just not gonna. I can't.
What's doing at Hurricane Harbor?
It's disgusting. It's a bunch of people that use it as their shower, as their own personal. There were people in the there was probably 100, 200 people in the wait pool, and you have some idiot, and it reminded me a lot of like a biker in the middle of like a huge Kings Highway. This one person with goggles getting laps in at a wave pool, and it's like what? And Band-Aids. They have to every 30 minutes you got to get out so they can. Literally, you have to get out. You have to get out every 30 minutes. So the water can sanitize itself. That's how it's so bad. And you literally, there are food stands literally right by, you can eat a huge thing of nachos just covered in sour cream while you're dipping your foot into the pool.
Bill.
So you're just
It's got to still be cleaner than swimming in a river or a lake.
so that shoreline is just soggy chips. You got maybe a rogue jalapeno.
Oh, God.
It's unreal.
And the occasional log floats by.
No. And when you are waiting for a slide, it's 100 degrees. You have no shoes on, and it's all wood and metal steps going up. So you are basically have to hop around on your foot so it doesn't like rip the skin off.
Half naked with the other fats.
And this is right after you just downed a double cheeseburger and fries, and half of it's laying in the wave pool. It's one of the most disgusting. I couldn't imagine the drain that they have to clean.
Is this a live spot for Six Flags?
I love one half of Six Flags. I can't get down on the Hurricane Harbor. The food, there are people eating in the pool, man. Nachos in
They
the
allow
pool.
that? They can't allow that.
Literally knee high, watching their kid, and they're just dipping, and they're eating, and they're wiping.
You see a lot of back hair and neck fat.
And get this, Doug. Oh, my hands are greasy. I should go get a napkin. Nope.
Oh,
Just
wash it right there.
Wash them around right in the pool. One of the most vile experiences you will ever have, and I recommend everybody do it.
Positive experiences going to VIP Auto Accessories and then going to Hurricane Harbor. Tommy Cebulka and VIP Auto Accessories. VIP, your one-stop shop for all your graphic and commercial vehicle upfitting needs. Vehicle wraps, wide format printing such as banners, storefront signage, walls, floors, etc. Anything with graphics, Tommy and VIP can do. Design, production, installation, your one-stop shop. 3 in-house services to take care of it all. VIP gets your fleet vehicles from dealership to street ready, fast and personalized for your company's needs. They know that every day your vehicle isn't ready is lost revenue. Fleet vehicles, signage, graphics, and design. VIP does it all in-house for your business. They've been doing it all local since 1979. It's Tommy Cebulka and VIP Auto Accessories. Call Tommy directly, 314-428-3900, or email with tommy.cibulka at VIPAutoaccessories.com. If you're looking for a delicious treat, I would like to recommend Heavy Smoke. Oh, Bill. More and more people are checking that out, and I like to hear it because it is a delicious barbecue treat. Chris Schaefer competes almost every weekend around the country in the biggest barbecue competitions. Heavy Smoke is right off I-70 in St. Peter's and Cave Springs exit. On the outer road, Chris's meat is the most succulent, slow-cooked, perfect party your mouth has ever experienced. Homemade sides. He is a barbecue genius. Go to HeavySmokeBBQ.com. Having people over for Father's Day, want to take it easy for Father's Day, then get it catered by Heavy Smoke. Just go to HeavySmokeBBQ.com and enjoy the delicious treats of Chris Schaefer and Heavy Smoke. He's a world champion is what he is. HeavySmokeBBQ.com. Send your emails in for our design, air, heating, and cooling email today, the morning after, at InsideSTL.com. The morning after at InsideSTL.com. That is how you can participate in our design, air, heating, and cooling email today. It's 9:02 in St. Louis. We will take a commercial break, come back with our 9 o'clock hour in the design, air, heating, and cooling email today. This is the Ryan Kelly morning after from the Michelob Ultra Studios. Hey, this is Tim McKernan, and I am here right now with James Carlton of the Carlton State Farm Insurance Agency. I made the switch to start working with you, James. It couldn't have been easier to make that switch to start saving money.
Well, I appreciate that, Tim, and we appreciate your business. Yeah, this is the time to save money. My goodness, we're all feeling it at the grocery store, at the gas pump, etc. So if you've noticed that your insurance rate has gone up, I want to stress how easy it is to get a proposal from us by going online at carltoninsurance.net.
Carlton State Farm Insurance Agency online at carltoninsurance.net. Hey, this is Tim McKernan, and I am here with a great TMA sponsor, and that is Longo Biggs Injury Law Firm. And you may hear a bunch of out-of-state law firms advertising here and there all over on billboards and so on and so forth. But the thing is, oftentimes their goal is to just settle and move on. And that's not what you guys do.
Yeah, this is CD Longo, and you hear us talking a lot about maximizing the value of cases, but what does that actually mean? Well, as Tim said, there's lots of personal injury lawyers in St. Louis, and everyone handles cases differently. We focus on getting the highest dollar amount for your injuries, not just getting a resolution quickly. We're constantly tracking all the settlements and verdicts in the area. This helps us advise our clients on whether a settlement offer is too low. And if the amount of compensation being offered is too low, we are happy to file lawsuits and proceed to trial to ensure our clients receive an amount that is fair. Visit our website or Google us at Longo Biggs Injury Law.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements.
That ball is gone. Blow off work And join the morning after at Busch Stadium on Wednesday, June 14th, when the Cardinals take on the Giants for a day game. You get field tickets for $30, which includes $12 in cards cash. Maybe use it to buy helmet nachos. You'll sit with other TMA listeners too. Before the game, head over to Salt and Smoke at Ballpark Village for a pre-game live TMA broadcast from 7-ish to 10 with a special breakfast and drink menu from Salt and Smoke. Not to completely overload you with information, but here goes. Head to the TMA STL shop to get your best fans in baseball shirt for our big day at a big discount. Use the code CARDS to get the shirt for only $20. Plus, all shirts will ship to Hubbard, and you'll pick them up at Salt and Smoke the morning of the game. Find out more about all this stuff at TMASTL.com.
Hello, it's Jackson for Rosalita's. TMA listeners know that Rosalita's Cantina has the best patio and the best Tex-Mex in town. From tableside guac to piled high nachos, the amazing menu at Rosalita's is full of classic Mexican dishes. Plus, it's always time for a margarita, and Rosalita's has the most delicious house and specialty margs in town. Enjoy happy hour specials Monday through Friday from 3 to 6, and let Rosalita's cater your next event. Check out rosalitascantina.com or visit the downtown or DePere location today. Time to get your fiesta on at Rosalita's.
I was just reading an article that credit card debt in the U.S. is about to top $1 trillion. That's great for the greedy credit card companies and the big cigar-chopping bankers, but for the rest of us, folks, it's a real big problem. What if I told you that there was a way to put an end to it once and for all? With home values still near record highs, there's never been a better time for a cash-out refinance. Get on the path to financial freedom today and pay off those credit cards once and for all. TheHomeLoanExpert.com. The Home Loan Expert LLC, NMLS number 1326241.
When we think of a real estate agent, we think of somebody simply selling our home or finding us a new one. I mean, they're all the same, right?
Okay, here's the comps. We'll take some pics, we'll post them, and I'll get back to you, okay?
A home is life-changing, and your real estate agent should reflect that. Honesty, integrity, and someone who will go above and beyond to make your dreams come true.
The Jeff Lotman Group with Compass Realty. We're different because you're different. We want what you want. Experience the difference today at jefflotman.com, bringing people and properties together.
Urban Dictionary defines thirsty as purposely, knowingly, and recklessly attempting to gain fame to boost self-esteem. So, are you thirsty? Well, TMA has you covered. Become a part of the 2023 TMA Listener of the Month Club. You nominate yourself for a monthly award. And if you win, you get recognition and stuff to help you satisfy that insatiable thirst. We're talking January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, etc. Go to TMASTL.com or the TMA app. Give us your name, a photo, and other pertinent information. Tell us why you deserve to be TMA Listener of the Month. And if you don't want to use your real name or photo, we don't really care. The TMA Listener of the Month. Get recognized just for being you, or fake you, or whatever. Quenched by Milagro Tequila. Welcome to the brighter side of tequila with Milagro in the morning after on KPNT HD2.
Driving the ball 300 yards is cool and impresses your buddies, but scoring amounts to getting the ball in the hole. Thus, the best way to lower your scores is to improve your short game. If you want a golf green that putts true and gives you real grass performance when practicing chips, pitches, and bunker shots, the only company to call is Clubhouse Turf, St. Louis's exclusive partner of Celebrity Greens. Each Clubhouse Turf signature green is unique in design and can create your own backyard golf experience that your family and friends will enjoy for years to come. Call Clubhouse Turf today at 314-802-6229 or visit them online at clubhouseturf.com.
Men, are you suffering from erectile dysfunction or PE? The medical providers at Paramount Men's Medical Center offer breakthrough treatments that eliminate problems in the bedroom without pain or surgery. 98% of men see instant results on their first office visit. Listen to a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Paramount Men's Medical Center offers breakthrough medical treatments that eliminate ED and PE. Men are even lasting 90 minutes or longer, regardless of age or medical history.
But that's not all. For a limited time only, call Paramount Men's Medical Center now, and your initial consultation and first treatment are completely free. You'll see instant results right in the office. You'll even get a gift that enhances your performance in the bedroom. All this, worth hundreds of dollars, is free if you call now. 314-720-8210. 314-720-8210. That's 314-720-8210.
Hey, you like jet cars, dragsters, pro mods, and fireworks? Well, guess what? You can see jet cars, dragsters, pro mods, and fireworks for free in a night of fire and thunder. Saturday, July 1st at Worldwide Technology Raceway. Brought to you by Travers Automotive and RV. And you can get 4 tickets for free on the TMA app or at TMASTL.com. And if you don't win, buy your tickets starting at just $30 for adults. Plus kids 12 and under are free. Find out more now at TMASTL.com. Live from the Michelob Ultra Studios, KPN-TFM HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis. This is TMA All Day. Tim, Doug, Iggy, Plowsy, Action Jackson.
The Ryan Kelly Morning After, 105.7 HD2.
Doug Susanna Hoffs.
Okay.
Still looks beautiful.
Yeah, I saw something
is that
on
right?
social media of her the other day, giving an interview about what she's been doing and everything.
Beautiful.
Uh-huh. Well, she's not really that old.
I'm going to throw a bullet at 54.
Yeah, maybe.
James Carlton's in studio. Guess Susanna Hoff's age, James.
Shoot, that song feels like it's 50 years old. I'm going to go 62.
Oh, I don't think she's that old. Because she was probably early
55.
20s.
64.
Oh, cut it out.
Doug.
Cut it out.
Doug. Holy crap.
Let me see her. Yeah, not bad. Not bad for 64.
Yeah, you got to be one of the great ones to hold it together at
That's
64.
right. Who do we just lose recently? Raquel Welch. Yeah.
Oh,
she
yeah.
was, she looked good at
Stunning.
80.
Oh, yeah. Stunning. Mm-hmm. The greatest of all time, in my opinion.
I think that's probably fair to say.
Yeah.
You ever see Chasey Lane in the oil scene?
No.
All right, I gotta put that in there. Wow. Holy crap. I'm stunned by that. Well, tip of the cap. How about that? Boys, my favorite part of Hurricane Harbor is seeing the Fats and Walleye get their first and only sense of cardio all year while wearing the smallest unfitting swimsuits. Thanks. That's from Little Beer Cats. He's a Hurricane Harbor guy.
Yeah. It's one thing just to completely let yourself go and gain 150 pounds from your weight as a young adult. It's another to still think you look good enough to wear a bikini or some kind of Speedo out there half naked.
To me, it's just the amount of food access near water. It's just not good in general for the water, for the people around, for your health. You need to wait 30 minutes after swimming, and then people are literally swimming while eating.
I think that's an old wives' tale, but you'll get a cramp if you go in the water. I don't know that that's true.
Literally, they're one step away from a guy floating in the water, just having a big thing of nachos on that beer gullet and just calling it a
eating
day.
the nachos right off his gut.
You can literally eat in the tubes and the little pool, like that.
Don't they have a picnic area where you could stop and eat before you go into the pool area?
Yeah, but that's where you basically change out of your clothes right there. Nobody uses the bathroom. Basically, it's absolute Wild West.
What percentage of the people there would you say are attractive? And you go, oh, this is pretty good viewing here.
Haven't seen one yet.
None
but
yet.
I've only been to Hurricane Harbor twice.
Okay.
So I need a couple more times. I don't think I've gone at peak hours either.
Last time I was at Hurricane Harbor, I sat reverse cowgirl on Zane's chest while he peppered my mouth with kisses as he finished off my triple cheeseburger with extra cheese.
Oh.
The lust, bile, and American cheese was leaking from my swimming thong and enriching the park with my love.
Oh.
I got some Teague Dodo.
Dude, one lady faked having her kid being lost so she could get into Hurricane Harbor for free.
Cut it out.
I swear.
And
How
you bought
expensive is it?
I guess you'd have
I don't know if we have... James, you know it. There's no expense for us. It's all included.
Lavish.
baby.
If you have to ask, you can't.
That's
can't
probably
afford it.
true.
Yeah, so I've seen some things.
So they let her in, no doubt. I mean, you don't want to be the guy who stopped a mother from going and saving their drowning
Correct,
child.
they always let him in. But, so Madison likes the water and likes just kind of, and I'm fine with that. So I'll sit on the sideline, but sitting on the sideline is gold. I mean, you're watching some of the best TV on the planet.
You wish you had a camera.
I was at the City game yesterday. It was my first time. It was really great, especially the fact that there were no Fats at all at the game. That's from Lady Sonia's Teacup. Doug, what's going on here with the...
I could see that being a leaner crowd.
And why do you think that is?
I don't know, but I can see it.
I agree,
Yes.
I agree with that.
It's a little younger crowd.
Yeah, that's probably fair. It's a younger crowd, and
Maybe a lot of soccer
like
players.
Plowsy alluded to, it's kind of the upper crust. They got their Pelotons and whatnot.
Yeah.
Nice, James.
And I'm
Dig
sure,
in, baby.
Do you think that...
I'm sure a lot of them play soccer, and nobody's fat playing soccer, running around all
That's true.
much.
Rod Joe's there.
He's not fat either.
Oh, no. He's alive. He's a landing strip.
Yeah. And he's got the bleeding issue at the caboose.
So there was that Larry David episode about the bare midriff. Remember that one?
Oh, yeah, it's a classic.
Yeah, so that was at least 10 years ago. So this has been going on for a while where there's maybe a lack of self-awareness on this. Because this goes for guys, too. I had a tough thought on my way in because I had a donut this morning. You didn't see me popping my top. I mean, there's some self-awareness here.
Had you planned on being topless while you were in here?
Every once in a while, you want to give something to the YouTube audience there to always leave them wanting more, I guess. But yeah, I feel like there's some self-awareness that's lacking in today's lifestyle. Maybe that's a good thing, like Lizzo says,
Yeah.
So maybe there's that effect. Everybody seems to be happy.
Yeah, you're fine. Whatever your body shape. Yeah, 200 pounds overweight. Yeah, you're beautiful.
And again, I don't care about the body shape of Hurricane Harbor. My main issue is the food to water ratio and the fact that this wave pool you absolutely need to go there to see it. It's really hard to explain the amount of people.
Yeah.
And there's always that one dedicated swimmer that you got to get out of the way so the guy can just swim back and forth. Sanitizing it every 30 minutes does not make me really want to dive back in.
They make everybody get out?
They get 30 minutes or an hour, everybody has to get out of the wave pool only.
Wow.
That's basically where it all goes down.
No,
Band-Aids, bad decisions, bathroom breaks. It's all
Band-Aids,
in there.
Doug.
I've been to public pools where they tell everybody that a child has had an accident in the waiting pool. Everybody's got to get out so all the water goes through the filter system.
But here's the thing. Nobody openly goes up to a worker and goes, hey, I just had an accident. The workers are very proactive. They know accidents are already happening, and they're trying to eliminate, any bacteria issue, I guess.
Doug, I got a question for you. If you had to pick TMA Day at Harbor Day or Harbor Bay or TMA Day float trip, which would be more?
Gosh,
which would be more likely for you to show up at?
Harbor Day.
Okay,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know, man. I would show up to both because I think would be contractually obligated to. But I think the fun.
I just spilled some of my protein shake on my boy parts.
The TMA float trip is going to turn into Deliverance all over again.
And I really do think
some security in
the
Harbor.
people watching is very underrated because the faces of the adults they're done. It looks like they just got done with 12 rounds of Floyd Mayweather. They're walking out of there just hunched over, carrying a big oversized banana stuffed animal that they spent $50 to win, and they are just
defeated.
done.
Just defeated.
But they still have that McDonald's stop to go.
Oh, God. The one right there by the highway when you get off.
Oh, that thing always packed to the gills.
Oh, what a great location that is.
They make millions.
That's the spot. James Carlton of the Carlton State Farm Insurance Agency in studio with us. 314-961-4800. But Doug, just remember this, carltoninsurance.net.
Oh, that's all you got to remember.
He's my insurance agent, and he joins us every Monday here on the radio program. James, what's the good word? Anything you would like our audience to make sure that they know here as we get underway in the summer season, in your industry in particular?
Well, we always want to start out by just thanking the TMA audience. And I'm not saying this because I'm on this show. This audience is responsive. They're loyal. They're generally very nice to deal with. I mean, just from a customer type. Yeah, I mean, we have really good listeners on this program, and the show's been around for how many years now? 18?
It'll be 19 years
19
in July.
years. It's built up a very loyal and generous audience. We're so grateful for that. But if anybody has had any issues, whether it be with pricing, whether it be with a claim experience, whether it be with a lack of attention or getting responses, we love an opportunity.
That's what I notice is the difference that James is.
We can control. And so if anybody's having any of those issues, we'd love an opportunity at 314-961-4800 or carltoninsurance.net.
There he is, the great James Carlton. If your insurance costs a leg and an arm, call James Carlton.
Thanks, gentlemen. Have a good week.
There he is, the great James Carlton.
Can I say about James and his staff, by the way, that they are so proactive that I was the one they were the one texting me about my information on my camper so they can set up insurance for it immediately instead of the reverse.
I don't think people realize that there really is truly a difference. There just is, and I also understand that people don't want to have the awkward call with their current insurance agent and making, a change. But for 60 seconds of being uncomfortable, you have a lifetime of pleasure. And that's also how I sell anal.
Oh!
And it takes them 5 minutes to do a quote. I mean, you don't have to fire your guy immediately. Just see what's out there. James and his staff will help you out. They're great.
An exploratory meeting is what you're
That's exactly right. It's an exploratory meeting. The morning after at InsideSTL.com, that is how you can email into the program and compete with the greats on the show. Nobody with 2 wins so far this month. Blueberry Pop Pop, Brian Henshin, Buck Swope, Kevin Miller, Toadie's golf move, Whittlebean's Kirkwood, and Jimmy's Stronglegs all have wins, and we are approaching the halfway point of the month of June. Send your emails in. Milagro Tequila, listener of the month. Welcome to a brighter side of tequila with Milagro. Go to tmastl.com. Welcome to a brighter side of tequila with Milagro. Make sure you apply. Don't use a fake name like Arbor Day apparently did.
Arbor Day's fake? That's not really his name. Maybe it was Doris Day's grandson.
You can use your screen name, but in the portion that says your real name, please use your real name.
Oh, is that the issue? I didn't know that was the issue.
Like you can enter in as Arbor Day or Dodie's golf move. It doesn't matter.
This seems
what
like
you're
it's gonna
entering in
be-
the screen name. That's the name we'll use when you win. But for mailing and other purposes, we need your actual, real, legal name.
Oh, okay.
We won't say it on air. Don't worry, we're not going to dox anybody. But if you wouldn't mind.
I think these people actually believe that that's their name. They're so invested in the show. The guy probably introduces himself as Arbor Day.
Like Jeremy Strong.
Well, a lot of these people are used to having aliases for, some of the money laundering and things they do.
They're laundering?
Method texters.
Well, we have 50-year-old officer traveling across the country, retired already. There's got to be
Fabulously
something going on with Quentin and Chris.
Quentin and Chris. That's where it's at. If you are fabulously wealthy, or even if you're not, you need a jeweler. And Glenn Betts Jewelers would be the one that we recommend here on TMA. Glenn Betts Jewelers. Doug, you took quantum physics with Craig Betts?
I did. That was probably the fifth grade, maybe?
Fifth grade as we took it.
Fifth or sixth grade. We were well ahead of the curve there, yeah.
He has gotten into the jewelry business because that's what his grandfather did. The Glenn Betts difference is you are served personally, not sold. Glenn Betts Jewelers develops relationships through generations of your family, too. They get to know your likes, lifestyle, and who and what you love. The 3 L's. It's GlennBettsJewelers.com, GLENN. BETZ, located 1 mile east of 270 on Manchester and De Pere. In the jewelry business, there is good, better, and then there is Betts. The Betts family passion for serving their customers has been passed down from generation to generation. It's GlennBettsJewelers.com. Coming up in 25 minutes, the Design, Air, Heating, and Cooling email of the day, the morning after, at InsideSTL.com. Send your emails in the morning after at InsideSTL.com. And compete against legends, as that will come your way at 10:45. Kind of a fun story here, Doug, and in Van.
Okay.
2, 1. Dear Deidra.
Oh, not this stuff. Okay, go ahead.
I've always been attracted to women and have had a happy relationship with one for more than 5 years. But I have found myself in affairs with men.
So you're not. So what she's saying
I don't understand what the problem is outside of the deception. Gay gentlemen, God bless.
Right.
That's what I would write back if I were
Yeah,
Deidra.
nobody cares.
Yeah, tip of the cap, enjoy. But I have always found myself in affairs with men. And when you say I've always found myself, it's like it's passive.
Yeah, he didn't have anything to do with it. That's just a situation he found himself in.
sleep with men. What's worse, one of these guys is my girlfriend's cousin.
No.
I am a man of 36 and my partner is 34. They always write the same way.
Right.
We are good together and have had a decent sex life. I don't know if she's talking about her girlfriend or her girlfriend's cousin who's a gentleman. But over the past year, I have been having some thoughts about men, although I am straight.
Sure you are.
Walk into this.
Yep.
I suddenly found my mind wandering. Before I knew it, I was addicted to watching gay porn.
That's not
You
straight.
read this Friday?
It almost felt like a drug. I couldn't get enough of it.
Oh, that's not straight.
That wasn't a drug you smelled.
What was it?
Maybe waste.
Oh.
I didn't think it would go any further than that. But one day, when I was on a night out, I bumped into my girlfriend's cousin.
Oh.
Got a boner.
Now things are getting hot.
We both had too much to drink, and it's safe to say things got a little heated.
Told you.
How heated did they get?
He had always been very vocal about his sexuality, and with my liquid confidence, I find myself confessing my feelings to him.
Is this Kevin Miller email?
One thing led to another. I ended up back in his place. The sex was amazing!
Oh.
And I felt like I had unlocked a part of myself I never knew existed. I was hooked and continued to see him in secret. Things eventually escalated, and I went on dating apps searching for hookups with other men. I feel awful that I'm betraying my girlfriend like this, but it's so confusing. I love her more than anything, and the thought of losing her breaks my heart. But what if I'm actually gay?
Well, you are gay.
You are, though.
I mean, you are
What
gay.
if?
You've
Certainly bisexual, at least.
neglected your girlfriend and went to Ween.
It's amazing how those things don't happen to you when you're not gay.
Deidra has advice, so this is going to be helpful.
Maybe
I
we
know
should get it
this
straightened out.
a lot of our audience can relate to this letter. Please put an end to these affairs as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Whether you're straight, bi, or gay, you are cheating on your girlfriend and potentially putting her health at risk. I understand how confusing it must be to sit with these feelings, but sleeping with other men behind her back, including her cousin, will only cause more problems. The best way to try to understand more about your sexuality is to talk through your feelings with someone who understands. Call the switchboard.
Have a stock.
It's 0800-0119-100 or 0300-330-0630.
Got those numbers, Doug?
You know what? I didn't bother to write them down.
How do you actually apply
Big miss.
to be the switchboard operator for sex stories?
And you got to deal with all the.
It's
everybody
almost like is it
explains
like
things.
is it a crisis hotline, or are you signing up your story, submitting it?
It'd probably be a pretty fun job for about a day and a half.
If it's a crisis hotline, I would do that
I don't
job.
know if I'd do really well. I mean, I'd interrupt the gentleman. I'd say, sir, you're gay. Hey, God bless. Tip of the cap.
Right.
Enjoy yourself. But I don't have the time to reason through this.
No.
If you find yourself sleeping with a large number of gentlemen, you're at a minimum bisexual, and you may be gay.
And Deidra just must not think she's very good at this advice because she always gives out a phone number for people to call afterwards.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Well, she just likes to provide multiple resources.
Or they're paying for
Maybe
that.
so many people call in, they need a whole people to man the phone banks.
There can't be this many guys that have girlfriends that turn gay and they need advice.
There are none. It's all made up.
Dear Deus, I recently jackhammered 24 dudes with unbridled glee, and now I'm starting to question my sexuality. Doug, that's from a new poll eligible.
Okay. Yeah, it's another one. It's pretty easy to determine.
I don't know why you got to question it. Just do what makes you feel good.
Well, we need to know his age and his partner's age
Yeah.
before we make any conclusions.
And where his
And where
flat
they're at.
is.
Yeah, like if you have
location of his flat.
if you're in Baltimore, it's one thing, but if you're in a flat in England, it's not gay.
No.
Warning, boys, sorry, but I have to call out Iggy on his Chicago trip. Red flags are that he hasn't talked about it the entire show and not one picture to prove it. It's in the 573. I mean, you did talk about it.
Well, I think I talked about it.
He doesn't
And-
do pictures. We already ranted about that.
No, I screwed up. I really didn't need my GPS on the entire time going to Chicago, considering it's like 80 miles down 70 and another 100 miles down 57. But I kept it on when I started my trip. Okay, United Center. Once I got on 70, I should have just turned it off. I didn't pay attention. By the time I got to the concert, I had like 15% battery life.
Oh, you don't have a charger in your car?
And I didn't bring a charger.
Oh.
So I had to turn it off because I had to save it to start to get home.
Sure you did.
To get to 70.
Right.
Because I would have gotten lost trying to get to 57, and then where am I going to 70? So it basically died before I got to 57 anyway, so I had no phone. So there's your explanation, and there's really no red flag. If I didn't go, I would have told you I didn't go.
Yeah.
But
Well, you got to have a
hope you
charger
felt-
in your car.
I didn't even think to bring one. That was stupid. Plus, I don't have one to. I don't think I have a charger that would work in the car.
Really?
But I could
have
have
that in your
stopped at
car?
a gas station if I had a charger and just, hey, get a cup of coffee and sit here for 20 minutes while I charge up my phone.
Buy
But
a charger there.
I had enough to get home. I just didn't have enough to take pictures, so I apologize. Right. There's a lot of pictures out there, though. I saw a lot of St. Louis people. A lot of people said hi.
Who'd you see?
Well, this would be good because people are starting to question whether you really went for some
Jesus
reason.
Christ almighty.
Why do you lie about this? That's a move.
Oh my God! Is it going to be a thing where we're going to have to force Iggy to prove that he was at a
Who
concert?
you see, and then that person can corroborate it, and we can put this to bed.
I didn't know them. They knew me.
Uh-oh. Now we got legs.
Higgy, glad you got to come. Big fan of the show. They said, that's all I said. I didn't say, what's your name in case somebody says I wasn't here? I need you to back me up. Like I care what you think.
Why did this guy take 70 and 57? Those are certainly not the highways you take. It's from Harrison's brother Master.
I'm pretty sure it was 57.
It's Highway 55, moron. That's from Ray King.
No, I thought it was 57.
No. Do you have
Well,
a
I know
receipt
highway.
or
I
something?
know highway. I know highway 50. I know highway 50.
Gas station?
I know,
You got a
so it's
receipt?
70 to 57.
We're looking for gas station receipts.
No, I didn't go. I lied about the whole thing. I ate the tickets. I didn't sell them. Nobody wanted them. I didn't go. I sat at home and I ate $250 worth of tickets.
Now, Doug, I think it comes into question. Did he even buy the tickets?
I don't know. I don't have any proof of that.
KG in O-Town says, let's see the ticket stub.
Well, they don't do paper tickets anymore.
See, the electronic stub, does that stay on your phone after you use it?
I'm sure it is. I don't really care.
Oh, no. This is passport. This passport 101 right here.
No, I don't prove anything to anybody. Just like you said, I didn't get a passport, like Plowsy said.
Yeah,
I showed up at the airport, so.
And I do believe you did have it, or were close to getting it the entire time.
I had it 2 months before you did.
And I didn't believe you, and so that I think he's playing a good game here.
No, I don't have to
believe
prove
the concept.
anything to anybody.
It's a great nugget, though. It's a new wrinkle to the show. That emails.
Yeah, I sat at home on Saturday saying, well, I'm not going, but I'm going to tell everybody I went. Oh, there's plenty of concerts I didn't go to that I said, no, I didn't go.
Well, so did you go to this one?
No, I didn't go.
You didn't? Okay.
No, I lied. I didn't go.
So Sunday, what time did you get back? Like 4 in the morning?
I'm not answering any more questions.
No.
Well, he did stop, so probably 5 or 6, and made multiple stops to stay awake. That's at least a 5-hour journey.
That had to be brutal.
That would be.
It was like 7-something when I got home.
God,
you got home at 7-something? Oof. That's
if you want to stop and chill, that's a
stopped.
good idea, yeah.
There's no way I could have drove 5 hours straight through. And it took me like 5.5 because I drive slower at night than I do. I mean, I do 80 during the day, but at night I actually do the speed limit. Plus, I'm on highways I'm not used to.
Yeah.
57.
Well, sounds like you had a grand old time up there.
Uh-oh.
Oh, God.
I don't like where this is going. I just don't. It feels awkward.
Next time I say I'm going out of town for a concert, here's what one of you do, you idiots do. just when I'm supposed to be at the concert, come by my house and just camp out. Because at some point I'm going to come out and smoke a cigarette. So you'll see me come out.
So if they don't see you, they know for sure you're at the concert?
Yeah, come stalk me if you're worried about it. Come stalk me. I'm sure most of you do anyway. But
you think most of our listeners stalk you?
Well, these ones that seem to be enamored with whether I do something or not.
Oh.
You don't have that privacy sunflower garden like you did in years past.
No, he sure doesn't.
Yeah, the guy came by the other day and I asked him again, are you going to cut down the trees? I'm going to talk to him. Stop talking.
Well, they don't want to cut
3
down a
years you
tree.
said you're going to talk to him.
It's very expensive to
You
cut
see where
down
I'm
a-
sitting here? You see me in my breezeway while I'm not on my patio? I don't want to get pelted by bird crap or a pine cone or a falling branch.
Yeah, they won't cut down a tree for that. It's expensive. It's a couple thousand or more to cut down a big tree like that.
I saw one guy get revenge on a mayor of his town that, like, gouged him on a fine or something. Secretly planted a redwood tree in his front yard, and you
In
can't
the mayor's yard?
Yeah, and you can't cut them down because they're like, there's a lot of laws against that.
Yeah.
I think that's funny.
And so now it's 100 feet tall? And
I don't know exactly what year it was. I don't know the height of the tree. I saw the story, and I thought that was really funny.
With how obsessed with Robert Smith he claims to be, there's no way he would not have taken a picture. That's from Todd Reesing.
I think I just explained it to you, but go ahead, listen to the podcast. You'll get the reasoning.
This is so easily provable. Show the ticket stub on your phone to the dais. That's from Danny Tanner.
He doesn't need to prove anything to anybody.
You're humming now as opposed to answering the question.
And theoretically, you could have the ticket on your phone. and
There's
not
on my
have used
phone. I
it.
took one picture.
There is a picture right there, Doug.
Mm-hmm.
That's all
And
I
where
had.
was it, at United Center?
I had time for one picture. And then the battery's on 10%.
KG in O-Town says, this all seems so fabulously fishy.
Tim, did you see the picture I showed you?
I did see a picture, Doug.
Could that have come off somebody else's social
Yeah, that's what I
media?
did. I went and stole somebody else's picture and put it on my phone.
Yeah.
So I could say, here, I took a picture because I knew the listeners were going to call in and say I didn't go. That's exactly what I did, Doug.
Yeah.
I'm getting a little sick of you, too. to be honest with you.
We've come full circle. This is why you take social media pics, gents. This is all fake. That's from Scissor Me Timber. So people take social media pictures to prove they were at events? That's why?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
To some,
God,
probably.
I better take one because somebody's going to think I lied. I don't really care what you people think.
They take him to say, I'm here and you're not. Don't you wish you were me? I guess there's some of that out there. And there's also some people who take it just because they enjoy the likes.
Yeah, I mean, I have
taken
pictures at concerts. I just didn't take one here because I had no juice in my phone. How about that?
Well, must have been a heck of a concert.
It was a great concert. Best I've ever been to, Doug.
Really?
Best I've never been to.
You didn't go?
What?
According to some people, I didn't go.
Jeff Lotman takes care of business. I know that. He goes to jefflotman.com. That's where you can go. 22 years, over $500 million in sales in St. Louis real estate. Recently featured in the Wall Street Journal for selling the most expensive home in St. Louis. Joined Compass Realty to start and build Compass St. Louis into the #1 luxury brand in St. Louis. Is Compass the largest luxury broker in the world? Never turns down a referral, no matter the price. Luxury is much more about the experience than the price. Compass Realty and Jeff Lotman, they treat all their clients the same way. They can connect buyers and sellers in other cities across the globe. Visit jefflotman.com. That's JEFFLOTTMANN.com. jefflotman.com. Great to have Jeff on board here on TMA. Coming up in 10 minutes, we will have the Design Air Heating and Cooling email of the day. Jackson and I will have our asses ripped for an hour. They will not be happy about this Cardinals situation. What else won't they be happy about?
The draw yesterday with the doggies.
Yeah, doggies draw against cellar dwellers. Petrangelo's about to hoist the chalice. Matthew Tkachuk looks like he's not healthy, which is a shame. And it's more than a shame. Who knows if you ever get another chance at the Stanley Cup, you're in the Stanley Cup final, and something isn't right.
A lot to be angry about.
We might find that out in the next 48 hours if he reveals what's wrong. But something isn't right. Doug, something isn't right. Still had a chance to tie it up with seconds remaining.
Yeah. Well, you and Jackson will take the fall for that.
We'll take the blame for that. What else won't they be happy about, Jackson?
I don't know. Yeah, not much else. I mean, the Cardinals
showed me tickets.
Just shows past event. There's my tickets.
There it is.
It still doesn't mean I go.
No, it doesn't mean you actually used it.
So I don't know how else I can show you.
Tim, they'll be unhappy about losing Darren Pang. That's from Harrison's brother Master.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's certainly something.
For sure.
I think we're all unhappy about that.
Yeah. Cardinals being.
So they're down,
bad.
what, 3-1, Florida?
Excuse me, sir?
Florida down 3-1?
Yes.
Okay.
Nuggets can clinch tonight?
Yep.
South Florida had a chance for 2 championships, Doug. How many will they come home with?
None.
None.
Crocky going to win another one? That's something.
The one that, I think I talked about this with Jackson on one-on-one on Friday, the one that if you had to pick of the 2 that you could see coming back to win?
Panthers?
Yeah.
I would agree with that. The issue there, though, is that if Matthew Tkachuk's really beat up, then I would say neither. But if you had to pick one, yeah, I would agree that it's got to be the Panthers.
Nuggets look like the better team. And it's not just Jokic. They got 2 or 3 guys just playing balls to the wall right now.
Bruce Brown.
Yeah.
Double B.
And can I show Tim one more thing? These are my driving directions to Chicago. What does that say?
Okay.
I-70 and I-57. Take that, Doug.
Okay.
A lot of people take 55.
I didn't know how to get there. I always
Where's
get confused.
57? Is that way
I know
up in
55
Chicago?
will take you into Chicago, but
Plug, does 57 run through Canton?
No, it's not.
Is that through Champaign?
I thought it was through like Springfield maybe or Champaign.
It might be Springfield. It might be Bloomington.
You took a scenic route.
I just went where the GPS told me to go.
Now, this doesn't prove anything to the listeners, though. This proves it all, but to the listeners, they still don't believe. They need that
really
video
care.
of you jamming out.
And I showed it to Tim. I didn't. If I had some battery, I'd have been filming when that girl was screaming in my ear. Boys, don't cry!
Oh, gosh.
I thought that was their last song. That has been their last song on every tour so far this year, and I was getting ready to go, and then they played Kill an Arab.
Kill an Arab?
Yeah, I don't think they call it that anymore.
That doesn't sound politically correct.
Well, that's the name of the song. I think now they call it Kill Something Else, but the name of the song is Kill an Arab. So
God,
that doesn't sound politically correct to me.
it's not, but people didn't care about that when they wrote the song 30 years ago.
No.
I got some fun one-liners about golf, but I'm going to keep them to myself.
What's
I've never heard that song before, Iggy.
Oh, it was a great song. I love watching Robert Smith play guitar. And he plays the guitar quite a bit on that song. So,
is he in your top 5 guitarists of all time?
No.
That's a tough lift to get.
But he's
off.
underrated. I mean, people just think he sings, but he does play guitar.
Yeah.
Anyway, I just made that all up because I didn't see him.
Yeah. It doesn't seem like you saw him.
Don't care.
And you're not going to keep in touch with this gal you had the blind date with?
No, I was just a nice guy and sold her a ticket for face value, which I could have sold for $400. I sold for $100. I even ate something because it cost me like $40 for fees, so I ate the $40.
Oh, well, you didn't have to do that.
Guys, we need to focus on the fact that he drove 90 miles east to Effingham to pick I-57 up. That's from Greg Oden's Stovepipe.
Well, I still got there in 5 hours, so...
I don't know how it works.
Maybe it was shorter.
Doug, I know Effingham, Illinois is known as the crossroads of America. You know about that?
Home of the Flaming Hearts.
Think about that.
I thought it was like the wooden shoes.
No, you're thinking of Teotopolis.
Oh. That's their name, Flaming Hearts?
Effingham Flaming Hearts.
Who? Tila Tequila?
That's correct.
I think the Flaming Lips are coming to St. Louis.
The Flaming Lips.
Yeah.
I don't know them.
I'll go to that one. I won't go to that one. I'll say I did.
That's a very odd thing.
Yeah, it is. It's a bucket list concert, and I didn't go.
No. Well, you had a chance, but...
Yeah, I did, Doug.
You just decided to stay home.
Send your emails in on this incredible conspiracy theory that's developing now, whether it be with Iggy not going to the concert or driving to Effingham to then catch I-57 and
I took the scenic route. I want to see the corn.
The morning after at InsideSTL.com. Family Golf and Learning Center is a premier golfing facility for all abilities and ages, provides a friendly and encouraging practice experience for the individual or the family. They have monthly clinics, adult clinics, summer camps as well. If you're looking to get your tykes into the game, it's a perfect way to do it. They have on-course programs like ladies' leagues, couples leagues, parent-child scramble tournaments. I go out there usually on Mondays with my son. Doug, maybe I'll be there today. I don't know.
Could be. No one knows, really.
If you want to play around but short on time, their par 3 course is the place for you. It's a beautiful 9-hole par 3 golf course. Enjoy lunch or dinner on the terrace and a wonderful patio with a back 9 bar and grill. It's Family Golf and Learning Center. Learn, practice, play your best golf. Go online at familygolfonline.com. Family Golf makes St. Louis better at golf. And Longo Biggs is a sponsor of the program, and if you are looking for a law firm to represent you if you were injured, talk to C.D. Longo and Doug Biggs of the Longo Biggs Injury Law Firm. They'll take all the complication and hassle out of your injury claim. They will deal with the insurance company and take the fight head on. Injury cases can be complex. Each case and accident is different, and every fact is important when building a case. People often wonder how injured victims get large settlements or verdicts, and the short answer is because they're represented by effective and skilled lawyers who understand how to get every dollar out of their case. And that's what you'll get at Longo Biggs Injury, skilled lawyers who will go to battle for you to fight against the deceitful tactics of insurance companies. You will get personal attention as either Doug or CD will personally handle your case. You'll get to know them just as they will get to know you in every last detail of your case. They are local lawyers who care about their reputation and building relationships with their clients. In injury cases, there could be a lot of money on the line, and you shouldn't trust your case with just anyone. When you're injured by someone else's negligence, justice is paid in dollars, and CD and Doug will fight to get you every dollar you deserve. Go to longobiggs.com. Remember, the choice of an attorney is an important decision and should not be based solely on advertisements. And
think about it.
Gives us a lot to think about.
That's exactly right. Actually, that's what I was going to say. Well, the Design Air Heating and Cooling email today coming up in a matter of moments. And Jackson and I will head down the hallway, we'll get our asses ripped. And a big story today is that Iggy did go to the concert. He might have taken I-57, doesn't matter. He still got there. And the Strodecast is now sponsored. So for everybody who is a critic of the Strodecast, Paramount Men's Medical Center is the sponsor. To eliminate problems in the bedroom, call 314-720-8210 for a free initial consultation, free first treatment, and free gift. And Iggy, you say today is going to be a Chamber of Commerce Day, like what Jennings would say?
No, not Chamber of Commerce, because there will be some clouds out there. Chambers of Commerce Day is what this guy used to have to run the board for a fishing show on the Jock.
That off.
If you imagine,
it was the worst hour of my week. I had to sit there and listen to. Well, we caught 9 bass, but this guy he'd start off every show. It was a good day of fishing. It was high bluebird skies.
Oh.
I like that. High bluebird skies.
Was Johnny Johnson doing that?
No, this guy. High bluebird skies. We had a nice basket of fish. Who puts fish in a basket?
Well, after you catch them, there's a little wire basket that they put them in.
Yeah. You don't do that. The fish die like that. But anyway, I say high bluebird skies. So to me, a Chambers of Commerce Day would be high bluebird skies with no clouds. But it is going to be cloudy today with poking out sun.
Poking out.
The sun will poke out at times. But it's going to be a nice day. 75, 77.
That's nice.
No rain.
Can't ask for better than that.
Nice day to get out and do something.
Yeah.
Go to family golf.
Head down 57 and
up 57.
Maybe the Cure's still hanging out, although they played Cleveland last night, I believe.
Were you there?
No, but I will tell you, if I can get tickets, I wouldn't mind going to the one in Tampa and seeing them again and then hang out with my sister, my nieces, and my brother-in-law for a few days in Orlando and then just drive over to Tampa for the show.
You'd go to Friendly Confines.
Oh, yeah.
Well, are you looking into getting tickets?
I might call my brother-in-law and say, hey, see if he can hook us up with some tickets and I'll fly down.
Yeah.
That concert was so good, I would see him again.
You would?
Yeah.
All right. That's assuming you saw him the first time.
Yeah.
Didn't mean to get you crestfallen.
I mean, it only took, 2 hours and 40 minutes for somebody to call me out on something, but I get so sick and tired of these people.
Yeah, I bet you do.
Well, it's just going to make them do it more, I assure you.
Well,
they got more.
That's fine, but still, just when I do something, they say I lie. When I don't do something, they say I did. When I talk too much, they tell me to shut up. When I come back late from a break, yeah, it's late for a break. Where were you? Well, what do you care? You say I talk too much anyway. You think you'd be happy I took a long break.
Cletus just sent us a text wanting to know if we wanted to play golf at Normandy today, too. All of us were in the text.
Oh, my God. Yeah, people on Twitter tagging players that are taking a picture in front of their fat heads at the stadium. Oh, my gosh. We have an epidemic on our hands.
What's going on?
Oh, fans are taking pictures of themselves in front of, players, fat heads or, and then they're tagging the player in it. Hey, thanks for the pic. It's like a look at me, I went to the game, now please like my tweet.
I saw a lot of the Cardinals at Top Golf last night, so I at least saw pictures of them. Adam Wainwright had an event there. A lot of people had their pictures taken with the Redbirds. And then I saw a lot of people had, apparently Miles Michaelis went to Bass Pro in St. Charles, took pictures with a bunch of people. It was all over the place, too. Nice of them.
Yeah, that's got to be hard for those guys to do outings, places like that where they know they're going to get bombarded with people and you don't want to put security guards there. Stay away, don't talk to them.
Yeah.
You can't win. That's why there's a few Cardinals I would like to give the Donna Strode Burdette Compassion Award to a Gobble Bowl. But I feel bad that they come and get it and then everybody's asking them for autographs and they can't get out of there. And, you don't want to put them through that.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's the price you pay for fame. I
guess. I mean, I'm used to it. I get it all the time.
I'm sure. Probably more than the Cardinals.
Yeah, if anybody listens to the show that took a picture with me last night or Saturday night, send it into the show.
You took a lot of pictures?
I think 3 asked me for pictures.
Yeah. So you get hounded in town, out of town, wherever you go now.
I can't even go to Chicago without getting hit up.
That's awesome.
I was scrolling through the Twitter tweets looking for these fathead pictures, and then I saw you're not happy with Tom Brady and Mr. Beast.
Oh, yeah. Well, somebody got to put people like that accountable. People are too scared, and that's where I come into play.
Great that he hit that thing with a football.
Yeah, but it's like a 10-yard button hook. I mean, it wasn't like the drone was out there that far. I mean, I guarantee I could have hit that drone with a football. Yeah. You're talking about a 7-time Super Bowl MVP. You put that thing out.
How much did that drone cost?
I don't know, but that yacht costs a lot more that they're standing on.
Yeah, Mr. Beast is doing well.
Oh, yeah, both of them are. Yeah.
Who is the Beast?
Like Mr. Beast.
Mr. Beast.
Who is Mr.
He's
Beast?
like a
YouTuber.
content
He was in that
creator.
movie, Mr. Beast Goes to Washington.
And basically the biggest content creator of all time.
What kind of
YouTube
content does he
wise.
create?
He's like OG YouTube vlogs going back 10 years now.
He most recently turned down $1 billion offer
for his
YouTube
library.
page.
Cut it
Turned
out.
down $1 billion.
Yeah.
Yep.
Look, why don't we create a YouTube page?
Why would you turn it down?
$1 billion. Because he liked doing it. He loved doing the stuff.
Start another one.
He can't because his name would be attached to it. He would basically be working for the guy who bought it, and there would be like no end in sight for him.
Who cares if they paid you $1 billion? You
I
wouldn't
agree.
work anywhere, would you?
But I think that's pretty cool.
Just making videos.
Speaking of $1 billion, before we get to the email, I won't spoil anything because this is as far as I've got.
Okay.
But I am on. I just finished last night before I went to bed. Season 4, Episode 4, Succession.
We are right there.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure how I feel about it.
I'm right there with you.
I don't know when. I don't know if anything
That
happens.
wasn't a hot take.
I don't know if anything else happens in the next 6 episodes. But I'm in it at 4.
Oh,
I don't. I'm not sure. I'm happy with that. What happened?
There it is.
It may change my outlook on the show depending on what happens in the next 6 episodes. But
Iggy and myself are on the same exact
we may have a
episode.
Game of Thrones thing going on.
I think your tenor will change.
Okay,
Yeah.
Thank you. You just ruined it for me.
I'm going to...
Ruined it for you.
How did I ruin it?
Well, you basically
told you
set
it's gonna
yourself
get
up to get it ruined. I mean,
I just said I think you're going to like it more.
Okay. Thank you.
Jackson, how's the filtered file looking?
Strong.
Oh, okay. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Design, Air, Heating, and Cooling email of the day!
All right.
Hey! I woke up this morning realizing something exciting. I am just one win away from having 2 email of the day wins for June. Anywho, Iggy is absolutely right. The agents ruined the game with their damn numbers. These Redbirds have the same problems as the 1988 Redbirds. Ooh, we need pitching. Let's trade for that Jose De Leon fella. Get him out of Pittsburgh. With his numbers, he'll start winning in the Lou. Wrong. The guy pitched just good enough to lose. Uh-oh, Jack the Ripper went to the Yankees, so we need a bat. Let's get that Bob Horner fella. Newsflash, Busch Stadium wasn't that Atlanta Kitty Park. Doug, Bob Horner, Cardinal Hall of Famer?
I wouldn't say so, no.
The ball just died at the warning track at Busch Stadium. Total homers, 3, all on the road. That's right, not one tater. He only had 3 home runs for the Cardinals?
He had more than that.
I don't know that he played much. He lasted very long here. He get hurt, maybe?
Well, he hit more than 0.
3.
Well, he said at home.
I assume the guy's looking up the stats. I don't think he'd make them up.
Kind of like Contreras' wind-aided taters at Wrigley Field. But the perfection that was Tim's show today taught me to remember the positives in life. And 1988 was the year I realized women weren't my only option. 6 Flags. When I saw his khaki pants sticking out under his Yosemite Sam costume, I knew he came to play. He wasn't shy, because he was so hot he didn't have to be. I get off at 2. Meet me at the wooden roller coaster for the ride of your life. The first drop, I was the one screaming on the eagle as he used his thumb, giving me the Kirkwood stinky roadblock.
Oh, no!
What's that? Stinky roadblock.
It's from Kareem. The middle name, Doug, is Oliver. And then the last name is his chest.
Kareem Oliver, his cheesesteak. Is that Eastern European, maybe?
I'm not sure on its ethnicity.
It's tough to be named Kareem and then your middle name be Oliver.
Could be Romanian.
You know, that's not...
But it's such a wonderful celebration of diversity.
Yeah.
I'm looking at Bob Horner. They don't even have him playing in St. Louis. I know he did, but they got every year in Atlanta.
Kareem Oliver, his cheesesteak.
Good morning. The first and only time I went to Hurricane Harbor was senior day in high school back in 2005. The slides looked to be fun and a good respite from the St. Louis heat. I trotted into one of their changing rooms, a white cinder block room with a white vinyl curtain to pull across whilst changing. While I was undressing, I began to smell what I thought was a terrible toot from one of my neighbors.
Oh.
As the smell lingered and began to permeate my nostrils, I opened my eyes to my surroundings. I first noticed some smearing on the walls, and I noticed that the smear was chocolate in color. My eyes were drawn down the wall where the smears were darker and more vibrant. And what did I see? a digested pile of what was likely a Cracker Barrel breakfast with a double heaping of hash brown casserole. I was mortified. It was at that point that I swore off water parks not tied to a Marriott for the rest of my life. The decision has served me well. It's from Danny Tanner.
Not tied to a Marriott. Danny Tanner.
Hey, Iggy, since you are the cuck master, I got a question for you. I was invited to this small party this weekend by a female acquaintance who seemed to be interested in me. We hit it off for the next couple hours, and everything seemed great. But soon another guy had walked in and had made his presence clear that he was also there for the same female. And right in front of me made it clear to me that the girl was his. He knew it bothered me and kept doing things to impress her and then upset me. I felt embarrassed, if I'm being honest, and I started to give up because it seemed like she was into everything he did. But I stopped and told myself, what would Tim do? So I pulled myself together, and to make the story quick, I took the girl back and made it visually clear to everyone there, including him, and it made him so upset he left, and I felt immense sense of pride. I know it's soft-core version of cucking, but is this a case of the cuck becoming the cucky? Thanks, that's from the humble leader of the second generation, Little Beer Cats.
Little Beer
Cats. Was getting cucked, but then he cucked?
It sounds like his. Huh, starts early.
Made up. I don't think the kids had sex.
Wow.
And Bob Horner did have 3 home runs with the Cardinals in 19.
I assume the guy looked it up.
You never know with these emailers.
How many games did he play?
He had 3 home runs and 33 RBIs. Played the whole season. I don't know if he's hurt or not.
He was their big power hitter.
God almighty. He played 162 games and had 3 home runs.
Good acquisition.
Iggy is walking in tall cotton this morning, coming off his big concert weekend, and now is a sponsor for his Strodecast. In all seriousness, major props for getting to Chicago for the Cure show and bonus points for reselling your extra ticket to a real fan for the same price you paid. Nothing wrong with driving a 600-mile round-trip, same-day overnight concert instead of getting a hotel room if you're a broke-ass 18-year-old without a credit card. What happened to the listener-provided free room at the Union League Club?
Yeah, he never got back to me.
I guess Iggy really wanted to see what the word was at the rest areas on I-57 between midnight and 4 a.m. It turns out driving from Chicago to St. Louis in the middle of the night to avoid spending money on a Motel 6 was not the most Hoosier thing someone did this weekend, since Plowsy played the doubleheader at Six Flags and the Jeffco Rodeo.
Yeah.
We interrupt this story to talk about Iggy's friends Chris and Quentin. Quentin, you might remember, was a former cop who once traveled with Iggy to Havana, Cuba. And Chris once joined the show to talk about pubic hair.
That was just one of the questions.
Never mind that. Let's get back to the unanswered questions from Iggy's Chicago trip. Why did he take 57 instead of 55? Why didn't he bring a phone charger? Why didn't he just get a $60 hotel room in Central Illinois? Was the girl he sold the ticket to still in high school? Thank you, Buck Swope. Doug, it's a series of questions.
What? Buck Swope with a nice little email.
I can't answer her name except for I forgot my charger. I just did what GPS told me, and I don't have a lot of money, so I couldn't afford $180 to sleep for 8 hours. Answer all of them for you.
You done?
The lack of a phone charger is a killer.
Yeah, it was just stupid on my part. I mean, I wasn't packing for a trip,
No, you weren't.
so I wasn't thinking about packing anything.
No.
Got my phone, okay. Got my tickets, got my wallet.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Well, if your phone had died, though, I don't know how you would have showed him your electronic ticket.
Yeah, that was kind of scary, too.
Isn't that part of the email?
No.
This is just responding to Buck Swope's deposition.
I mean, worst came to worst. If I would have seen it was dead, I would have asked somebody for a charger. I would have found an outlet and plugged it in for 10 minutes and got another 15% of juice and showed my tickets.
I've seen that happen outside of a building before. Someone has to charge their phone. Like in one of those outdoor outlets out there. Just waiting to get to 5% to show the ticket. Brutal.
Doug, what you got?
I'm going to go for Buck Swope. I thought he had a nice little email.
I really didn't pay attention to any of them.
Oh, come on. It was Kareem Oliver. He's Chesty.
I guess
Danny Tanner, Little Beer Cats.
I'll give it to Swope. That's the only one I really
Buck
heard.
Swope is shipped the Design Air Heating and Cooling email of the day. That's a nice W for Buck Swope. Sounds like he's going to be deposing many witnesses for this this case of the I-57 trip to Chicago.
I showed Tim the route I took.
You did show him.
I think it'd be funny if like
Took me
it
right to the
actually
United Center.
never went. All this stuff.
You can't please these people.
Doctored.
Then I
Just
went-
typed in the maps halfway through the concert at home.
Yeah, why don't you call Queenie's and ask? Was there a
Call
guy?
Queenie's.
The guy that went there and got a $28 cheeseburger on Saturday?
Somebody's going to call Queenie.
Well, there could be surveillance
Someday we're
cameras.
gonna find this guy.
Yeah, there'll be somebody that'll drive to Chicago and see if they have surveillance from Saturday. Look the whole thing to see if I walked in.
Yeah.
bless
Well,
America.
maybe there's a listener in Chicago, and it wouldn't be a big ordeal for him to do that.
Dotem. No, he's not there
Yeah,
anymore.
yeah,
He's
it's
Chi-Town.
Detroit.
He may have
Chi-Town
connections.
play, baby.
And the guy that offered me the place at the in Chicago, I forget what the name of it is, kind of like the MAC here. They have like 180 guest rooms. And he said, but I had to take him to the concert, which is fine. I couldn't get anybody to go anyway.
Well, you should have.
But I could not find his DM anywhere. I don't know his name. I never met the guy.
No.
He gets so many DMs that you can't
Yes,
find
but I was
them.
going through all the DMs
Damn, that
looking
sounds
for people I
terrible.
didn't recognize.
Oh, that sounds miserable.
And I couldn't find it. And he said, I'll get back to you a couple weeks out. And he never got back to me.
Never
So
did.
I didn't have one from him.
Yeah.
And I couldn't find the one from 6-7 weeks ago. So I had no way of getting a hold of this guy. So
Got to wrap it up, boys. Doug, I got a sound story today, right? 11:30 Plowhawk? If I'm not mistaken. And
then you're going to go play golf in Normandy with Cletus.
What's that? You're going to go play?
No, I'm asking you. You're going to go play.
Probably. I have another meeting after the sound story, so I would not be able to. But enjoy it. It's a beautiful day. And that's a Strodecast sponsored by Paramount Mensa.
I said it was going to go enjoy it. I'm going to.
There you go. For the Plowhawk, for Action Jackson, for Kenneth Iggy Strode, from the Kevin, for Douglas on Vaughn, and to McKern, this has been the Brian Kelly Morning After from the Michelob Ultra Studios.
Credit card debt in the U.S. is about to top